I'll tell you.
Further hide the truth about who the real African Americans are, furthering the expansion of eugenics by manipulating millions of people into believing a lie. Another example of history that was told to you in reverse is that of the world maps. Over the years, several different maps were created, the majority of them to reflect imperialism and to exacerbate the size and importance of the ruling countries.
The Mercator projection has fostered European imperialist attitudes for centuries and created an ethnic bias against the Third World.
All world maps in today's history derived from the European traditional Mercator world map of 1569, and all of these maps are royally incorrect.
The map enlarges areas of the poles to create straight lines of constant bearing or geographic direction.
So it makes it easier to cross an ocean.
But it distorts the relative size of nations and continents. Are you saying the map is wrong? Oh dear, yes.
They are, in fact, flipped upside down and shown to you in reverse, with the current hemispheres misrepresented, meaning that it distorts the size of objects, or rather continents, and also misplaces the location of a continent's position on purpose.
Here we have Europe drawn considerably larger than South America. When it's 6.9 million square miles, South America is almost double the size of Europe's 3.8 million.
Alaska appears 3 times as large as Mexico, and Mexico is larger by 0.1 million square miles.
Germany appears in the middle of the map when it's in the northernmost quarter of the Earth.
Wait. Relative size is one thing, but you're telling me that Germany isn't where we think it is? Nothing is where you think it is. Where is it? I'm glad you asked.
This was done this way to give off the impression that the Western Europeans are superior to other races of people by being above the New World, or rather Third World countries.
Salvatore Natoli of the National Council for Social Studies argues, in our society, we unconsciously equate size with importance and even power. In our society, we unconsciously equate size with importance and even power. When third world countries are misrepresented, they're likely to be valued less. But Mercator maps exaggerate the importance of Western civilization when the top of the map is given to the northern hemisphere, the bottom is given to the southern. People will tend to adopt top and bottom attitudes. Wait, where else could you put the northern hemisphere but on the top?
On the bottom.
How? Like this?
This misrepresentation of history and the many ways that it has been reversed has definitely affected our people's mentality, nationality, cultures, heritage, history, and even education. So, there's no coincidence that this same one set group of racist people in America wants you to go back to Africa, all while consistently pushing the fictitious agenda into your conscious that Africa is where they immigrated your ancestors from. Because the truth is that they will want your attention on a different area of landmass for a bigger reason. And that reason is so you won't notice that America is truthfully your direct ancestors' mainland, and Africa is actually where their ancestors originally derived from, making them the real African Americans due to the story being purposely told to you in reverse. I'm just here to make you think.
Does that not make so much more sense about so many things? I think it does.
So you're here because you
I
want
think
to
it
learn how to get more
totally
traffic
does.
or visitors to your website, am I right?
Wow.
If that's all you're looking for, then just click on the skip button down below.
Just the way that he explained it. Just the way that he explained it. Here's a site
Log on to patreon.com/Dane Calloway or paypal.me/Dane Calloway to support me, my channel, and my content.
And I'll tell you right now, I'm going to. I'm going to. That dude is amazing. Really, I'm not even kidding. He really is. The way that he explains stuff, you know. Let me jump down here into the chat. What do you guys think? Does anybody in here, have you guys know of this guy? Have you ever heard of Dane? Yeah, Kiara. My dad used to tell me little bits and pieces of things, but he wouldn't go into detail at all. And he would just say certain things to me. And over the years, I've talked to so many different people through my artwork, and just the way that things were explained to me, there was missing pieces. And the way that Dane explains stuff, it really is like, what? Yeah, this guy is like, do you guys want to watch another one? I mean, like I said, I'm not looking for views or any of that stuff. I came across this guy, and I think a lot of what he's talking about, I think a lot of people should hear. Obviously, I think a lot of people do hear what he has to say. I mean, he has thousands of subscribers, so I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because he's got viable information that needs to be put out. That's it. You didn't hear Hebrew? Listen, bro. I listened to this. I started listening to it last night, and then I actually went through and listened to it all over again today. He has a four thing series about Chicago. No, right, Kiara. You know what? Let me bounce over here real quick. Let's see. Let's see something, because he's got a lot of different. I don't even know how long he's been on here. I watched another one where. All right, so he's been on for like a year, but my goodness, he is amazing. Some of the stuff he's saying. Here's all the videos. All right, I'm going to play this. Nope, not that. Yep, I think it is. Yep, that is that. You guys want to hear about this? Do you want me to throw up that? What do you guys want to learn about? You want to go down? You tell me. I was going to play the untold truth about the city of Chicago. You guys want to hear about the FEMA camp? What do you want to hear about? Because I'm sitting here, like I said, I'm getting ready to start doing some airbrushing and stuff. So I want to play something. I don't want to get up here and talk about what's going on and everything like that. I'm not doing a panel. I'm not doing any of that stuff. This is what I'm doing. I'm just sharing information. So let's do the Chicago. If you guys want to go over and check this guy out, please, if you're not subscribed to him, please go subscribe to him. I'm not keeping this video up. I'm just doing it because I want you guys, I want anyone that is in here at work, got nothing to do, something to listen to. So here we go. Let's jump in here. This is crazy. Now part 2 is it's kind of there's parts of it that gets really quiet. So if you got headphones on, that'd be the best. Part 1, 3, and 4 are their volume's okay. But here we go. Any second now.
Biggie was 24 when he was killed. Tupac was 25. Kids, man.
Okay, we gotta watch it.
I'm foolish. Maybe I'm see through this. See what's behind it.
You're going to try to find out who really killed the notorious B.I.G.
There is a very real possibility that the murder of Biggie Smalls is directly related to the murder of Tupac.
Only you.
His lives are getting destroyed. It has to stop. It's my objective to solve this case or cover the department's ass.
My son Christopher went to one friend. Look, I got you.
What if it was a white celebrity who got shot?
For us not to make an arrest, it's embarrassing. This case is legendary.
I'm only human after all. Don't blame on me.
Yeah, that looked pretty good. That looked pretty good, actually. Like a lot. I'm gonna have to check that out. All right, here we go.
And then you look at Chicago. What's going on in Chicago? I said the other day, what the hell is going on? Better just
We may not like the vessel that's saying what he's saying, but I ask us to truly examine what he's saying. Because it is a fact that we have been voting for the Democratic Party like no other president, and they have not given us the same loyalty and love that we have given them. It is right to have to re-examine the relationship when we're being pimped like prostitutes, and they're the big pimps pimping us politically, promising us everything, and we get nothing in return. We got to step back now as black people and say we got to look at all the parties and vote on this.
Look, I could agree with you more, though. Last night you tweeted about the murder rate in Chicago, saying, if Chicago doesn't fix the horrible carnage going on, I will send in the feds. I will send in the feds. I will send in the feds.
I will send in what we have to send in. Maybe they're not going to have to be so politically correct. Maybe they're being overly politically correct. Maybe there's something going on. Maybe there's something going on. Maybe there's something going on. But you can't have those killings going on in Chicago. Chicago is like a war zone. Chicago is worse than some of the people that you report in some of the places that you report about every night.
So I will
In the
send
Middle East.
this as a warning.
I want them to straighten out the problem. The big problem.
All right, guys. According to Article 1, I believe, of the Constitution, there are only 3 reasons that that Congress can call up the National Guard. Brad, does that criteria fit here?
It does not. This isn't a national purpose. This is a local purpose. This is a law enforcement problem by the city of Chicago, who can simply hire more police, or they can get help from their fellow states to send in their troopers or their police at a fixed per diem rate. They have a way out of this thing, but the way out is not federalizing state troops to perform a state function. It's wrong. Our troops should be welcomed into communities at times of national disasters, as we've seen, bringing bottled water, evacuation, and even manning the streets to help police for a national crisis. Acts of God. This isn't one of them. This is a self-created crisis for the incompetence of the local officials. This is a self-created crisis for the incompetence of the local officials. This is a self-created crisis for the incompetence of the local officials who can simply hire more cops.
Let me read the grounds. Under Article 1, Section 8, Congress has 3 constitutional grounds for calling up the militia, what we now understand as the National Guard, for calling up the militia, what we now understand as the National Guard, for calling up the militia, what we now understand as the National Guard, to execute the laws of the Union, suppress insurrection, and repel invasions. Execute the laws of the Union, suppress insurrection, and repel invasions. Execute the laws of the Union, suppress insurrection, and repel invasions. Brad, there are 2.
Oh, see, that's why I can't.
March 9th, Christopher Wallace, a.k.a. the Notorious.
Hold on. It's all screwed up. I know.
Christopher Wallace, a.k.a. the Notorious B.I.G. Is that a...
Argue that's exactly what's happening.
Sorry.
in Chicago, there's such a gang influx that things are truly out of control there. Do you foresee any way in which Congress would get involved and say, hey, we're going to send you the extra help because we think it meets this criteria?
Look, these are not enemy combatants. These are criminals. And this is, our soldiers are not, their job is not to take to the streets and fight the American people. Their job is not to take to the streets and fight the American people. That's not their role.
Are you suggesting that the notion that we are creating a plot to take everybody's guns away so that we can impose martial law
but there's certainly a
is
lot
a
of
conspiracy? Yes, that is a conspiracy. I would hope that you would agree with that. Is that controversial? Except on some websites around the country?
There are certainly a lot of people who just have a fundamental distrust that you do not want to go further and further and further down this road.
Look, I mean, look, I mean, look, I mean, I'm only going to be here for another year. I don't know when would I have started on this enterprise.
Seeing it online everywhere, and it's showing up in Chicago now. Here they are. That's for the Army, right? Yeah. But isn't the Army like green? What military would that be? That's anywhere in the standard. Crap camouflage. Side, all right, here, there they are.
See the explosive ones, number one. They ain't got no more.
But look at all that shit. Right?
They got them tanks.
Right. Situation in Chicago, man. I'm from Chicago. Born and raised there. I ran those streets of Chicago and it changed my life. But I want to kind of make people aware of some things that you don't know because you've never really been out there, then you wouldn't know it. And it's going to be hard to believe, but myself, for a fact, and several others that I ran with know this to be the truth. Growing up in Chicago in the early 90s, the same situation was happening. I've been in Chicago where a person came into my house and knocked on the door to come and get me early in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, and said, come with me, man. There's a crate of guns in the alley. There's a crate of guns in the alley. was a crate of guns in the alley. And I got up, ran out there, and sure enough, there was a crate of guns. And during that time when we hit it, you're not thinking about where did the guns just come from. You know, you never think about that type of stuff. Like, where did the guns come from and why are they here? But now that I'm older, I can kind of tell you that it's a diabolical plot. Nothing is stopping. The guns are still there. The guns are still being placed in these different strategic communities. It's a plan. It's not out in Bridgeview. It's not out in, Westmount. They're putting it in the hundreds for sure. Yeah, they're putting it on 55th. They put it in Inglewood. 6:30 in the morning while older people that's at work, you sleep. You're not outside. So, you got the streetwalkers and the people that's out, they hustling and they out all types of days. Yeah, they're the ones that's going to run across them. And who would go and tell the police? I never went to go tell the police when we found some guns. That don't even make sense. Why would you go tell the police? So people are wondering why so much violence. You think about it. You think about this. Okay, the police are locking people up constantly in Chicago every single day. They're taking guns off the street every single day, every day. So how's it that all of these guns just keep appearing? Where are all the guns coming from? Nobody's going to the gun store buying these guns. So where are all these guns now? This is another part that you don't know. I was so used to having exotic guns that I thought that was the norm. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying far as, I don't know if are you familiar with guns, but a fully automatic handgun is almost impossible to get. You know what I'm saying? Assault rifle, that's not common. It may sound common, but that's not common. A Uzi that's fully automatic, that's not common. So I was so used to having everything in the area that I knew of was fully. It shot fully automatic, fully. So me being 17 and 18 and in my 20s, I was so naive that I believed that's how all guns was. I seen so many different exotic guns on the street running around in different areas with the guys just running around. I thought that was the norm. So now I'm an older gentleman. I'm out here, I switch my life around. I'm living right, So now I'm clearing my name up, got my record sealed. I'm going to the gun shop. I'm going to the shooting range, shooting like I'm supposed to. I'm going to gun stores and I'm actually serving guns and they looking at me like I'm crazy. I made that gun. These are guns that I've seen several times in different areas that the gun stores saying, on the street. That's something that you have to get specialized. You see what I'm saying? But these guns are on the streets of Chicago. And my point to you is, we can't try to make an excuse for the kids out there shooting. It ain't all kids, but we can't make an excuse. But I want you to look at the bigger picture. Where are they getting the guns from? It's not one or two areas. It's not one or two areas. It's everywhere. In the urban community, I'm telling you, they're not dropping them out there in Hillcrest. They're not gonna be out there. You check in the hundreds, you check on the low end, you check in the heart of the city, in the inner city. That's where all the guns at. That's where all the killings is happening. That's why a lot of innocent people are getting shot and stuff like that. Because of these guns, they got guns that they can't control. They shoot these guns, letting off, man, 100 shots, man, in 30 seconds. These guns are not being bought. They don't have no gun license to buy these guns. So where are they getting the guns from? That's the question. I'm telling you right now. They've been dropping the guns off in crates with ships. They've been doing it. I've seen it twice in my lifetime. I seen it in 1990, and I seen it again in 1999. I seen it with my own eyes. You can believe it or not, but that's the honest to God truth. I went out, I seen the guns in the crate myself, and just went out through the whole area. Everybody got this one, grab that one. Let me get that one. I grabbed it. Everybody got it. And that's what they keep doing. That's how the guns keep getting on the streets. That's why the wars don't stop. See what I'm saying? That's the part that people gotta focus on. The gun control, how you gonna control something if you study putting it down there? That's propaganda when they saying this gun control, or we lobbying for gun control. You're not trying to control nothing when you stay putting guns out there. They're giving it to them. Now they want to give them the guns so they can catch them with the guns. Either they gonna kill somebody with the gun, then they get to lock them up, or they catch them with the gun and they get to lock them up. Either way, it's lose, 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 lose. You see what I'm saying? It's a business for them. It's a business. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to sell a drug, but I got to get you hooked first. You know, it's a business for them. So the more people that they can catch with guns, or the more people that commit crimes with guns, they get to lock them up. To them, it's just a number. They don't care. They don't care who it is. It's more the African American community that's you know, with the victims. And I hate that everything boils down to race and all of that. I'm not a racist, but the truth is the truth. And I'm just telling it how it is. You know what I'm saying? I go to Chicago all the time. But if I go out to Westmount, Illinois, where one of my good white friends live, and I go with him, it's a different community. It's a different community. Ain't nobody running around with no guns. Ain't nobody doing nothing. I go out there, I feel safe. As soon as I go where I grew up at, I'm not getting out the car without no gun, because I don't trust nobody, because everybody around here got a gun. Everybody got a gun. You hear that part? That's the part that matters. Everybody got a gun, from the 14-year-old on up. Everybody got one. They ain't even doing nothing with it. They just got one. But how do everybody got all these guns? Where they come from? Right back to that again. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The guns are being deliberately placed, strategically placed in certain communities to target certain individuals. Please pay attention. Please research it. Check it out. Ask some of the OGs who've been around and they'll tell you the same thing, that I'm not lying. I'm just willing to expose it. I'm trying to tell you the truth. It's the truth. They deliberately placing guns in Chicago in different areas. That's why it's so much shooting. The kids, as a little boy, when you grow up, you want to be a cowboy. You want a gun in your hand. As soon as you get it, you gotta emulate what you're seeing that people in front of you doing. So as soon as you get your hand on that gun, you got an extended clip. Like, where all these extended clips come from? Where do you think they come from? Just think about it logically. Where do all these automatic weapons come from that's doing all this shooting? Where do they come from? But nobody can go. Chicago don't got no gun stores. Think about that. There is no gun store in the city limits of Chicago. So where are the guns coming from? How do you get bullets? Because they dropping off bullets with the guns. Where they get bullets from? If I got guns, say I got the guns, where am I going to get bullets if it's not a gun store in the city of Chicago? That's what I'm trying to show y'all. Think about it logically. They don't want us to stop and think, because then if we stop and think, then we're going to be on point. You understand what I'm saying? Hopefully, this will wake somebody up. Maybe you'll snatch your son up, or your nephew, or your cousin, and you'll talk to them, and you'll let them know. It's a big around with these gangs. I was there. I came up out of it. Everybody wanted to be so lucky, but today I just want to drop one to roll on y'all, man. That there is a plot, there is a plan, and it's strategically against our communities. So this is signing off, Las Vegas. Truth. This is not no maybe. I think he know what he's talking about. I'm telling you the truth. They dropping guns off.
That is crazy. That is crazy. All right, tell me that's not nuts. They're dropping guns off, right? Oh, wait till this one. Wait till part 2.
Log on to patreon.com/Dane Calloway or paypal.me/Dane Calloway to support me, my channel, and my content. Any amount is very...
We're going to go to part 2. We're going to go to part 2. So, I remember seeing that video before. And there was also another video I had seen, and I think it was probably the same person, to be actually honest with you, but I remember seeing that video of them saying that people were dropping off guns. I remember that. But wait till we hear this part. Wait till we get into part 2. This is when it starts getting, I don't know, this is when it starts getting real. Like real. It's crazy. This is all part of a design. But like I said,
the world of these kids getting all these guns. And I see them on Facebook. I see them, everybody got guns. They can't go purchase a gun, so where are they getting them from?
You're carrying a gun right now, aren't you?
I always carry one.
Can I see it? So last night you tweeted about the murder rate in Chicago, saying, if Chicago doesn't fix the horrible carnage going on, I will send in the feds.
Wasn't me, Hebrew. It was Dane Calloway.
And this is, our soldiers are not, their job is not to take to the streets and fight the American people.
That's the video I seen right there.
Of shootings this year alone, the crime and violence that today afflicts our nation will soon, and I mean very soon, come to an end.
The police superintendent again called for tougher sentencing.
We need to create a culture of accountability, of picking up a gun and using it. Enough is enough.
Illinois Governor Bruce Rauner proposes sending in state troopers. The president says send in the feds. And the young men on the street say it won't matter.
Okay, how many police they bring in, and it's not going to stop. You know, it's the kids, man.
If I lived by this door, and I was living by this door, I'm telling you, my team, so I have my kids now, and I'm not going to put it down. You're telling me to put it down with no way out.
See what he just said right there, what that person just said right now, that guy right there, the guy with the red, what he just said, that's what people don't take into consideration. They don't take what that dude just said into consideration. He's trying to survive. He's trying to like provide for his family, and in an odd way, he's trying to do the right thing.
It's not going to stop. You know, it's the kids, man.
If I lived by this door, and I was living by these doors, the product that I'm selling, and I'm pushing it lately, you my team, and so I have my kids now, and I'm not going to put it down. You're telling me to put it down with no way out.
Well, the gangs have become a family for a lot of young men here in Chicago and across the United States. A lot of young guys gravitate towards individuals that appear to have charisma. They gravitate towards guys that appear to protect them, but they really are not protected out there. Too many people are being killed. It's a false sense of security.
First gun was often a gift.
I looked at it like that was love. I feel like that this person loved me. But the simple fact that they want to see me protected, they give me something that's going to protect my life.
I can totally relate to what he just said.
Chicago, after new reports on violent crime there. The president last night tweeting, if Chicago doesn't fix the horrible carnage going on, 228 shootings in 2017, with 42 killings, up 24% from 2016, I will send in the feds. Now that tweet comes after Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel, obviously served in the Obama administration, criticized Mr. Trump for worrying about the size of the crowd at his inauguration. Right now, the Chicago Police Department says since the start of the new year, there have been 186 shooting incidents and 40 murders there. Joining us now is Greg Jarrett, a Fox News anchor as well as an attorney. So, can the president send federal troops, federal forces into Chicago if he wants to?
Well, there's the Posse Comitatus Act, which generally prohibits federal regular army troops.
Now, this is the part that if you have a set of earbuds or headphones, you're going to want to put them on, because for the rest of this video, for some reason, the volume is way down.
Sent into
cities and counties for local law enforcement, but there are exceptions. Notably, Eisenhower utilized an exception in 1957 to send in the 101st Airborne into Arkansas to quell the civil rights unrest. In 2006, Congress actually revised the law, so now the president can send in troops. This is the aftermath of Katrina, a reaction to that. The aftermath of Katrina, a reaction to that. This was the aftermath of Katrina, a reaction to that. In order to restore order whenever local and state authorities cannot do it. You know, John, there's actually an easier way. All you have to do is federalize the state National Guard. Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson all did that. So this is a threat. So this is a threat. So this is a threat. But look, there are other things that the president can do. He can send in, for example, FBI agents in to be embedded with local law enforcement. That was done in Prince George's County, Maryland, when the violence began to escalate there. He can send in the DEA and the ATF because a lot of the violence there is related to drugs and guns. I remember when I first moved to New York, 1989, Dinkins administration, you didn't want to walk through Central Park. And in came Rudy Giuliani and a new police commissioner, and they really cleaned things up. How much of this is a problem at the micro city level?
Don't need tanks rolling down Ashland. Don't need tanks rolling down Archer Manor. What I need are programs that will prevent violence, that will work. Street level intervention, going after the kids at a young age with programs help them and their families.
Mayor Rahm Emanuel says at a time when Chicago police are desperately working to reestablish trust in crime-ravaged neighborhoods with community policing on the ground and armored vehicles won't work.
The National Guard has nothing to do with public safety. Those entities are set up to partner with local law enforcement. And it is in the spirit and in reality antithetical to community policing.
But federal resources in the form of beefed up FBI gang prosecutions and seizing guns or federal money to help at-risk children and families, that's a different story.
If he's talking about funding to rebuild our neighborhoods and to restore some of the funding that the federal government has cut for cities over the years, I welcome it. In the politics, is he posturing? Absolutely. But if he's going to posture and help reduce the crime in my community, let him posture.
One Southside alderman was so concerned about rail yard gun heists, she threatened to hold a public hearing. Now Alderman Pat Dowell tells two investigators federal authorities strongly encouraged her not to for fear it would expose security deficiencies. Now, it's happened again. Dozen semi-automatic rifles like this, and 27 handguns like this. The lock was cut, the seal was broken per the incident report, lifted from a rail car near 77th and Avalon. There's no city like Chicago where every major railroad comes together. Professor Joe Schwederman. You have dozens of interfaces. That means small yards spread around town, and that creates these vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities exposed. May 2014, 13 Smith & Wesson sports rifles were stolen from a freight car near 63rd and State. April 2015, more than 100 firearms stolen. Per the federal complaint, local offenders with aliases like Chuck, Adolf, and Rat added 22s, 44s, and shotguns. Within weeks of the heist, a number of the firearms popped up in, quote, unrelated incidents throughout the city of Chicago. The perpetrator has a real incentive to get rid of the merchandise as quickly as possible since it's traceable. And that means these guns end up, cash is paid, they're in the neighborhoods. Of particular concern, the potent AR-15s. And one more issue, most recent incident happened on September 18th. It was reported to Chicago police on the 29th, a full 11 days later, for unknown reasons. All in all, says the professor, it's a recipe for trouble. The rail company, Norfolk Southern, confirms they're investigating a theft from a rail container, and the, quote, security of our trains and infrastructure is a top priority. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, the ATF, says investigations are ongoing, but they've had success in recovering some of the guns and arresting some of those responsible.
On the south side of Chicago, in the city's most dangerous neighborhood of Inglewood, brazen criminals occasionally hit a gangster's jackpot, shining new guns in transit inside a sitting train car. Inside a sitting train car. Inside a sitting train car.
Anytime you have individuals who are able to go into a rail yard and steal guns from a train, that makes the environment very toxic.
The ATF says since 2013, more than 150 guns were stolen from freight trains. In one instance, thieves got their hands on more than 100 new Rugers. With trace to violent crimes, only a handful recovered.
How in the world are these kids getting all these guns? I see them on Facebook. I see them, everybody got guns. They can't go purchase a gun, so where are they getting them from?
In a city where thousands of guns are recovered every year, 150 guns might not seem like a concern. But the ATF says a single gun in Chicago can be linked to a staggering 14 deadly shootings. Critics argue the Norfolk Southern Railway is to blame, saying it could increase security to protect the freight. And there are concerns for even worse scenarios.
We need to be concerned about terrorists who can get into these areas unprotected and steal explosive and things that could very well damage our communities.
Norfolk Southern tells Fox it's fully liable for stolen property and is working with all levels of law enforcement to increase security around its tracks. And of reassurance for neighbors trying to keep guns out of the hands of criminals, one of America's deadliest neighborhoods.
It only compounds the damage that is being done to our city.
Norfolk Southern says it's increasing its surveillance, K-9 units, and confidential security measures around its most targeted rail yards. We saw some of that throughout our reporting.
I don't know if you caught it. Dane had put it up there.
Last year,
Who's telling these people what carts they're in or what boxes they're in? You know what I mean? Like, how are they knowing if they're near a train yard? Think of how many train, box cars there are. How do they know which one has the guns in it? How do they know that? Because someone's telling them which one to go in. Someone's more than likely helping them, obviously. There's no way you're getting that lucky every single time in these boxcars. Think how many boxcars are on when a train goes by. You don't know what any of them are hauling. So let's keep it up. Again, Dane Calloway, I keep wanting to say Cook, and I apologize because Dane Cook is a comedian. Dane Calloway, all right? We're watching The Untold Truth About the City of Chicago. And on this one, it's who set up Chicago for things to go this way?
Chicago, 4,368 people were shot. Nearly 700 more have already been shot since January of this year.
Now, before this gets right into it, I did some quick math on these figures that they throw out. And I'm telling you right now, their estimated figures are they're higher. And you can do it by the basic math that they give you throughout in this case, throughout this, I think this part, part 3 and part 4, I think you get some statistics. But you do your own math, and you're going to see real quick that their numbers are a little more, what do they say, generous as compared to what the truth is. Because just quick math gets you there. And that's just quick math. Okay? If you sit down and actually do the math, it's going to be higher. I just wanted to put that out there.
Going on in Chicago. What is going on? There's no excuse for it. No excuse for it. I'm sure you're asking the same question. What's going on in Chicago?
When is enough going to be enough?
We're screaming for help in these communities. We need help. And how many more press conferences does it take? How many more kids does it take? How many? How many? I don't see congressmen. I don't see aldermen. I don't see the mayor, the governor saying or doing anything about this. How many? They're not coming into these neighborhoods. They are not coming into these neighborhoods. And what you don't realize is Chicago has been shot.
As bloody as 2016 was in Chicago, this year is starting out even worse. 228 people have been shot so far this month, up from 216 a year ago. 42 of them were homicides. 34 were a year ago. Mayor Rahm Emanuel.
I'm very concerned. I'm very upset about it.
And so too, apparently, is the president, who tweeted last night that if Chicago doesn't fix the horrible carnage going on, I will send in the feds. The tweet came a day after Emanuel had criticized the new president's priorities.
This is unsolicited advice. You didn't get elected to debate the crowd size of your inaugural.
Which left people here wondering whether the mayor had provoked Mr. Trump's threatening tweet or whether the president was actually signaling potential executive action, even martial law. Pat Dowell is on the city council.
I think he's talking about federal troops. But we don't really need that in Chicago.
What Chicago needs, she says, is federal funds for redevelopment, for education and job training.
If he's talking about federal investment in Chicago, in terms of money, we're all for that. More jobs, not jails.
It's a whole setup. Like, they have access to these guns so easily. Cops drop off boxes of guns in the hood.
So these guns are just moved all the time around. There's no throwaway guns. Like, it's just some lost and found shit, you know what I mean? Just the next person is going to get it for cheaper or less or nothing at all.
They already got the prisons and the concentration camps ready. Listen to me. In Chicago's violence-plagued South Side, even boxcars pose a threat.
We're already dealing with the consequences of individuals who are shooting individuals on a daily basis. And now to have illegal guns stolen and end up on our streets, it only compounds the issues that we're dealing with every single day.
Pastor Corey Brooks' church is a stone's throw from a Norfolk Southern rail yard. Razor wire once separated the church basketball court from the 63rd Street rail yard, but even that has long since rusted and fallen away. Police say street gangs have found the trains, easy pickings to plunder guns. In 2015, a group broke into the yard and stumbled upon a gun gold mine, more than 100 brand new firearms inside a freight car en route to the West Coast.
They park their cars often in rail yards that happen to be in high crime areas in the city, and that in and of itself presents a problem.
I done lost 36 months out here free. Don't sit back, I didn't see nothing, or that's my boy. Your boy doing dirt on your neighborhood.
Chicago's South Side. These streets are home to some of the most dangerous gangs in America. Last year, there were more murders here than in any other city in the United States. Just standing on the wrong street corner can be enough to get you killed. Iceman and Rogue are guarding the streets that belong to their gang, the Black Keystons.
I wouldn't stand on nobody else's corner like this.
What would happen?
Probably be some shooting. We probably would be standing right by somebody shooting or something.
I'm killing this shit. Yes, I'm killing this shit. The Loud Pack say they rap about real life in Chicago. Then that's drugs and guns.
His nickname is Chirac, like Iraq, because they were over there shooting, bombing, and
a lot of killing out here, a lot of guns out here. There's a lot of guns out here. Y'all know that.
We call it Chirac.
A lot of guns. A lot of guns out here. There's a lot of guns. It is a war zone. We die every day.
They want to show us their neighborhood, one of the most notorious areas in the South Side. Despite looking pretty edgy, they assure us this block is safe. Currently, there's no feud with rivals. But as things are winding up, their assurance is in doubt.
They shoot.
Watch out, watch out. Initial fears quickly subsided. So that was a paintball.
There was a paintball zone back there. Exactly. Yeah. They shot everyone's all. Yeah, shot.
Police say the paintballer who plagued the neighborhood all weekend was later shot with a real gun as he came back for pulling a series of pranks. Southside guns of any type are no joke. There were 7 real shootings that night, one creating yet another Southside shrine. This one adorned with black and red markings, the colours of the gangster disciples. It was one element of a complex myriad of warring gangs. Overwhelmingly, victims are young black men in their late teens and early 20s. According to the FBI, in 2012 there were 506 murders in Chicago, significantly more than the next 2 cities, New York and Detroit. Since 2003, more Americans have died in Chicago than in Iraq. On the streets, the gangs these boys come from are at war with each other. On the basketball court, different rules apply. First, no guns allowed. It's taken a year, but this church-run initiative is now hailed as a big success. Works because of the people who run it.
I tell them they can't live this life like Black Ops. It's not a video game. You don't get an extra life. Once you're dead, you're dead. Once you kill someone, they don't come back to life. When you go out on a retaliation, you only get that sense of fulfillment for a small amount of time. When you come back or when you wake up the next day, your friend, your brother is still dead.
As America remembers the shooting that shocked the nation, the man who runs this league says the plight of Chicago's Southsiders is being ignored.
Newtown was horrific. It's horrific. My problem is that we all of a sudden confronting violence in America after 20 white babies get killed. 506 children in Chicago get killed. Another day, another month, another year in Chicago.
This is a national problem. So far, no one has the solution.
And everyone's got a gun. Everybody got a gun. I don't know. Listen, I never seen so many guns. Like, we had a lot of guns, but I've never seen so many guns like now. Ever. And it's like they dropped. It's like they dropped off. Like somebody dropped off crates of guns in everybody's hood. Like it's like seemed like it was designed for a motherfucker to lose. Like somebody putting all these guns in. When you got little kids and everybody got guns. And they don't got just little 22s. And when we was coming up, it was 22s, 25s, 38. And they got big guns and 30-shot clips. I think that a lot of guys need to die in order to make it better. I think some of these niggas need to get killed and knocked off to get them out the way, make it a better place. Because some of them.
Okay, so we've been stood here for like 5 minutes. I've seen 2 police cars, 1 ambulance kind of go by.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't safe over here at all.
It's fucked up. All you can do is pray. All you can do is pray. And try to live right because life is short. And your life can end like that. So all you can do is try and help as many people as you can while you're here. Tell the people that I tell all my brothers, all my family, man, I love you. I love you. I love you because you never know when it's the last time you'll see.
All right, listen. If you got headphones on, please put them on right now. Please. Please put them on. I can't make this any louder, but this guy in the blue, this guy right here, I'm telling you right now, that's the way you should live. Like what he's saying. Listen to what he says.
It's fucked up. All you can do is pray. All you can do is pray. And try to live right because life is short. And your life can end like that. So all you can do is try and help as many people as you can while you're here. Tell the people that I tell all my brothers, all my family, man, I love you. I love you. I love you because you never know when it's the last time you'll see. All you can do is try and help as many people as you can while you're here. Tell the people that I tell all my brothers, all my family, man, I love you. I love you. I love you because you never know when it's the last time your life can end like that. So all you can do is try and help as many people as you can while you're here. Tell the people that I tell all my brothers, all my family, man, I love you. I love you. I love you because you never know when it's the last time you'll see. All right,
give people a sense of how Chicago has looked in the past 2.5 months, January 1st through March 18th, the homicides, 123 shootings, 626. You say that the mayor on Manuel, that he's in for a rude awakening if he stands for it.
Oh, he absolutely is. Should be ready for a rude awakening. Not only that, we have I think 25 to 50 schools just closed, just failed under this mayor. And so I find it interesting he's talking about priorities. Why aren't your priorities the people of Chicago, the veterans, the youth, the homeless, the elderly who can use that money to, get their prescriptions? There are so many people that can legally vote for you that can use that money. Americans need that money. And so I think it's just a travesty. It's disgusting, and he needs to be voted out.
Attorney General Jeff Sessions, what should he do when he has mayors skirting federal law?
Well, if he has people skirting federal law, he needs to enforce the law. If this mayor wants to harbor fugitives or illegal aliens because they are illegally here, it is a crime. He should enforce the law. If you are doing anything with illegal aliens that's against the law, you should face the prosecution and the penalties that come along with it, even if you are a mayor.
You ordered 17,000.
All right. Does everybody remember this? A couple years ago, remember the government ordered all kinds of weapons, or bullets, I mean. Do you remember? First they ordered a bunch of guns, and then they ordered ammo. Okay? This is what he's talking about right now. Think about this.
With hollow point bullets. For your police. What did you expect? That you would arm your police like that? Most of the police departments are being trained by which is a mercenary group that's not to serve and protect. That is.
The Department of Justice has concluded that there is reasonable cause to believe that the Chicago Police Department engages in a pattern or practice of use of excessive force in violation of the Fourth Amendment to the Constitution. Our investigation found that this pattern of practice is in no small part the result of severely deficient training procedures and accountability systems.
We found that the Chicago Police Department engages in a pattern or practice of using excessive force, including deadly force and non-deadly force. This pattern includes, for example, shooting at people who present no immediate threat and tasing people for not following verbal commands. We found that this pattern of unconstitutional force is largely attributable to systemic deficiencies within the CPD in the city. We found that CPD does not adequately train its officers to use the appropriate amount of force. For example, we observed training on deadly force that used a video made decades ago with guidance inconsistent with both current law and internal policy.
The incidents described in this report are sobering to all of us. Police misconduct will not be tolerated anywhere in the city of Chicago, and those who break the rules will be held accountable for their actions. Some of the findings in the report are difficult to read. It highlights work we have yet to complete to restore the trust between the department and the communities served. Unconstitutional policing has no place in CPD or the city of Chicago.
All right, this is the last one. This is the last one right here. This one is pretty straightforward.
All these black representatives, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan, they must take a pill to start hating black people. And then you got these people, these project people who, you know what, you know what, we shouldn't have to live around them. This is a creation that, these people made. They did an experiment on how high up you could live before you would start having mental problems. then they built the project.
Yeah, we're gonna listen to that again. You have to hear everything that this lady just said. All right, you got everybody ready? Here we go.
All these black representatives, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jordan, they must take a pill to start hating black people. And then you got these people, these project people who, you know what, don't know, you know what, we shouldn't have to live around them. This is a creation that, these people made. They did an experiment on how high up you could live before you would start having mental problems. And then they built the project. Look at that. Look at that. You know, being poor is one thing, but tearing up a community is another. You know, they don't bother to say anything. They just take the hand they dealt like they're supposed to be poor. Like they're supposed to get government assistance. It's crazy as hell. Where's the rappers now? What fucking rapper put a goddamn dime in our community since they changed the mindset? These dirty motherfuckers. Where is 50 Cent? You know, this motherfucker got on a suit now, talking about he want to be diverse. You know what I mean? He want to write children's books. You dirty bastard. You got the mindset of these people killing each other. You know, get rich or die trying, all that bullshit you made. And then claim you wasn't nobody's role model. And now you want to sell children's books, you dirty, low down, rotten ass mother, sissy looking motherfucker.
Damn. The 50 Cent writing children's books. I think something happened with Donnie's volume. I might be mine. Sorry about that, family.
Here's a mayor whose city is collapsing into violence. One person shot every 2 hours, setting all-time records for murders. And he wants to stop the federal government from getting criminals. I mean, remember, President-elect Trump is talking about a very focused effort to get rid of people who are criminals. Now, you would think that the mayor of Chicago, in the middle of the worst murder pattern in the city's history, would be thrilled to have somebody help him get rid of criminals. This is madness. So my advice to President-elect Trump is pretty simple. One, you should ask your new Attorney General on day one to direct immigration efforts right into the sanctuary cities. Two, you should indicate any mayor who attempts to interpose, term, by the way, used by the white segregationists 40 years ago, who interposed themselves against the federal government, would be liable to prosecution. And three, you should ask the Congress immediately, as one of its first items, to pass legislation authorizing cutting off all federal aid. Now, let's see how long Chicagoans like the idea.
But I don't know if that's going to happen.
Federal aid to Chicago.
With the filibuster process in the Senate, we tried to get case law passed, and Reid and his crew filibustered it, couldn't get up, and you know, it was all cast. But let's say it one by one.
Remember, there are 24 Democratic senators up in 2018.
Look, I know
you like to go home and defend.
But it's going to take a long time.
Sanctuary cities breaking federal law.
It's going to take a long time for that to happen. It's not going to happen overnight. But I want to go down the list that you just laid out for the folks. The first thing is that the mayors conflate good illegal aliens, the people who are just here to make a living, with the criminals. They don't sort them out. Okay, there's no sorting going on. Right. It's just like, we're just not going to, if ICE calls us to detain, and we have to detain someone and hold them, we're not going to do it. We don't care if the guy is a murderer that killed Kate Steinle, the alleged murderer, or some guy who just ran a stop sign. We're just not going to do it. So their responsibility is nothing. And they're doing it for votes. You know what they're doing it for. De Blasio in New York, the only reason he holds office is because minority people vote for him. That's it. He's never going to cooperate.
Well, but I also think it's important to remember one of the reasons Trump won was a commitment to the rule of law. We're not Venezuela. We're not a country where you get to randomly pick and choose. That's part of why Hillary Clinton was repudiated. And I would say to the mayors, they don't get to pick which federal law they obey.
But they all
come to Congress.
They have been. They are. For decades, they've defied the federal government. Now you're saying if the mayors don't cooperate, they may be prosecuted. We have Issues Legal coming up behind you to see if that's true. But on the philosophy of two sovereign systems, state and federal, very hard for the federal government to prosecute.
Right. We fought a civil war to indicate that there is one sovereign system. It is the United States of America. No state, no city can interpose itself between federal law and the citizens. We've been down this in 1958. The Supreme Court ruled decisively that it's impossible. That would be chaos. It would be anarchy. In fact, Madison himself said that. Which is why part of the reason we're getting President-elect Trump is the country is super competitive.
Well, it'd be interesting to see what he does. Okay, so we assume that you'll advise President Trump and when he takes office and that he'll do it. To go to Congress and say we have to have a bill that cuts off funding to cities like San Francisco and New York City and LA and Chicago. These are the biggest cities in the country if they do not cooperate with Homeland Security. Now, that's going to encompass a lot of debate. You're going to have to write two versions of the bill. You're going to have to reconcile them together. You know how the system works. It's going to take a while for that to happen.
It might take long. In the short run, you can redirect federal resources of enforcement into precisely those cities. You can also prosecute anybody who interferes with federal enforcement. An aggressive attorney general can make a very big difference in this case if they insist on enforcing the law.
That's a key.
And then finally, Bill, it's not bad for America to go through the process of writing a law, debating it. I think the more people get involved in this debate, the more angry they're going to be at these mayors, and the more they're going to think this is crazy.
All right. It'll be a very fascinating thing. I do believe this will be on the top of his agenda, this and a tax break, tax cuts and all that when he gets in. Do you think I'm right on that?
No, I think you're right. And notice he's narrowed it to a really classic focus. Why wouldn't we deport criminals who are here illegally?
Right.
Rapists, murderers, drug dealers. I mean, what kind of argument is Rahm Emanuel going to make for protecting rapists, murderers, and drug dealers in the city of Chicago when he's got this many killings a year?
Well,
it's really goofy. It's really goofy.
Mr. Speaker, thanks as always. We appreciate it.
The mayor's office says more than 90% of people murdered in the city are killed by gunfire.
So today he's on a mission to get stricter gun laws on the books. CBS 2's Mike Puccinelli live on the lakefront where the mayor started his day with a run very early. Hi, Mike.
Indeed, the mayor arrived here about 20 minutes ago or a half hour ago, and he's been running for the past 20 minutes or so. Right now, we're going to take a live look at the mayor. You can see the mayor in a light blue sweatshirt and green shorts. He's leading dozens of recruits around the Streeterville track, and they're going at a pretty good clip. Of course, the mayor is in pretty good shape since he's a triathlete who makes running a regular part of his routine, and he makes a point to run with every class of recruits. It's part of the mayor's effort to hire more than 1,000 new cops to try and quell a gun violence problem that's made headlines, of course, all around the world. Now, guns are used, as we just heard, in 90% of Chicago's murders. That's why the mayor, police superintendent, and others are calling for lawmakers in Springfield to pass tougher gun laws against repeat gun offenders. Now, over the weekend, the mayor talked about the need for new laws governing party buses. That after 2 gang members were arrested and 3 semi-automatic handguns were seized from a bus just last week. Now, the call for tougher gun laws comes as lawmakers reluctantly loosened the rules governing gun ranges in the city in order to satisfy a federal court ruling. If the changes ultimately pass, commercial shooting ranges will likely be opening for business in this city rather imminently. That, of course, something that a lot of people are adamantly opposed to.
We begin with a look at Chicago's violent Easter weekend. So far, more than 30 people shot. CBS 2's Charlie DeMar is live at Chicago Police Headquarters tonight. Charlie.
Hi, good evening. As people celebrated the holiday this morning with their families, the city also waking up to dozens of shootings throughout the city with at least one dead. Among those shot were two people near 31st Street Beach. A 27-year-old man and 18-year-old woman were sitting in the 2800 block of Fort Dearborn Drive when they heard loud noises and realized they were shot. Both are in good condition. In Inglewood, a birthday for a 1-year-old interrupted by gunfire just feet away. CPD telling us a 24-year-old was sitting in a car, shot by someone in a white SUV who rolled up and started shooting. Nobody at the birthday was injured. Some disturbing video from a massive fight that broke out during a carnival on the city's south side at Golden Park. Witnesses say at least 500 people were involved. On Friday, starting at about 4:30 in the afternoon, 6 people were shot, 21 people wounded in shootings on Saturday, and so far today, 10 people have been shot and 1 person killed. In all, 37 people shot and 1 killed in weekend shootings. Father Flagler calling on the mayor and Superintendent Eddie Johnson to make the reforms handed down by the Department of Justice.
Mayor Emanuel, Superintendent Eddie Johnson, you better come out public and say everything the Justice Department said you are going to enforce as the mayor and the superintendent of police. We don't need Washington. We don't need a union. We will do it because we want what's fair and just and right for the citizens of Chicago.
And of the weekend violence, at least 1 arrest has been made. Police telling us that coming in a Lakeview shooting. A man was at a party, asked to leave that party, and when he returned, he started shooting.
Oh, yeah. Hey, boy, that was lying. Hey, that was me. I hopped out and ran on y'all. Hey, I ain't related to y'all. You want to talk about it? I'm scared. Y'all getting it on me. You want your new man? Every day. That's how we do it. Keep on fucking up. Oh, you gonna let him out? Hey, keep on fucking up. We all here. What up, man? We out there. All day, everything. We all here.
Better duck when you see us, but the police always fucking with somebody. We ain't doing shit at all. Chilling. Shit at all. Cooling. It's hot as hell out here. We going live today. Know what time it is? Yeah. For real?
What is we doing?
Ain't doing nothing to nobody.
Yo, over here, man. Yo.
We ain't did nothing to nobody.
Turn around, man. Walk to the car.
When I walk to the car, bro.
Walk to the car, man.
What did I do?
Walk to the car.
You finna shoot me?
Walk to the car.
Yeah, he finna shoot me. Go ahead, shoot me.
Walk to the car.
Shoot me. Go ahead and shoot me, man. Go ahead. I ain't did shit at all. Shit at all. Just walking the block. Shit at all, man.
Car, man.
Cause I'm young and black. Ain't got shit on me.
being harassed by the police for no reason. No reason at all. No reason. Police always fucking with somebody. Always fucking with somebody. Get shit at all.
It's the most somber time in our lives, a loved one's funeral or wake. In some Chicago neighborhoods, the mourning happens under the threat of gang violence. CBS 2's Jim Williams reports community leaders are calling for state lawmakers to crack down on it.
For decades, June Williams has offered comfort to the grieving at her funeral homes, including this one on West 79th Street. But that experience did not prepare her for this.
The gentleman went up to see his brother who had been killed. And, you know, I'm standing at the casket, so of course I'm thinking, oh, how touching, you know, he's grieving over his brother, and another man walked up, put his arm around him, and he stabbed him. Yes.
Increasingly in Chicago, violence often
Did you hear that?
retaliations plague even those sacred moments.
Did everybody hear that?
See his brother who had been killed, and, you know, I'm standing at the casket, so of course I'm thinking, oh, how touching, you know, he's grieving over his brother, and another man walked up, put his arm around him, and he stabbed him. Yes.
Increasingly in Chicago, violence, often gang retaliations, plague even those sacred moments.
I have experienced going to funeral homes at churches where weapons are laid up under the seats.
These community leaders want tough legislation for those who commit violence at funerals, similar to safe school zone laws.
What is it about this legislation that's going to make any difference when you have gang members who are so crazy that they're going to walk into a church or a funeral home? They know what gets you picked up. They know what gets you pulled over. They know what gets you held at 26 in California.
Today, funeral directors have to avoid wearing certain colors and look for the safest routes to cemeteries.
I've been a licensed funeral director for 33 years. So I've seen the changes in the industry, but this, I have to be scared for my own life now.
Some funeral directors have hired security and police are outside funeral homes or churches if they think there is a potential for violence. State Senator Napoleon Harris is willing to sponsor the funeral legislation. Rob and Erica, funeral directors, tell us that gang members will show up at services for those they've killed, score points with their leaders.
Wow. So have any of these funeral directors ever decided to turn down a funeral because of this?
They say they feel obligated to the mothers and the grandmothers of those slain gang members. They don't want to turn them away.
Funeral home, no safe haven, nothing.
Nowhere. Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin.
You coward ass motherfuckers has totally got out of line in the city of Chicago. You motherfuckers shooting up restaurants, schools, park districts, anywhere a motherfucker having a good time. Goddamn funeral homes, graveyards. Man, what the fuck wrong with you niggas? Y'all so scared to get slapped in the motherfucking face or get y'all bitch ass knocked out. That y'all got to shoot and hurt, destroy and ruin everything in people's motherfucking life. You niggas that shot up make altars. I don't give a fuck if the nigga did something to you. You should have waited and done some shit somewhere. That's how you dumb motherfuckers, man. Y'all get that shit on a Sunday. So y'all know motherfuckers is coming from church and going over in that place to eat. Why people got to leave the holy grounds, man, and come somewhere like they can eat safe? And you pussy ass, no fight, gun-toting ass, broke coward ass, wanna be weed selling drug dealer ass, wanna be killer ass niggas going to kill somebody innocent or somebody guilty. Whatever it is, only thing a motherfucker needs to die for is rape. That's the only thing somebody needs to die for. If they rape a kid or do something like that, you dig? Or slap your fucking mother. If ain't nobody slap your mama, bitch boy, you dig what I'm saying? You ain't got no business out there killing no motherfucker. All y'all some cowards. All you motherfuckers with these big ass 30 policies.
All right, I'm just going to stop it right there because he just keeps going on. Plus, his dog is barking in the background. It's really hard to like concentrate on what he's saying. But wow. I mean, I've seen documentaries about a lot of stuff and everything, but the way that this guy Dane is putting these together, just from me looking, I mean, this is just my point of view from the way that I'm looking at it and what I'm getting out of them. It's helping me understand certain things that, like I said, when I was younger and I was coming up, I had certain things didn't add up. Certain things that I was being told just didn't make sense. And how can I put it? A lot of this stuff I wasn't even like really aware of per se. I mean, I had heard it, like I said, but there was so many gaps in the stories that I didn't really understand what was being said. Do you follow what I'm saying? There was too many gaps. Like he said in that one video earlier that I showed you, the untold truth about why history was told to you in reverse. It's crazy. It is crazy. The people that had originally come over here, and you know, when you start digging into the world history and the bigger picture that's going on that's outside of America, oh my goodness. I highly recommend, if you didn't get to listen to it, Untold Truth about why history was told to you in reverse. This is Dane Calloway. Please go over and subscribe to him. And again, I'm not doing this for views. I'm not even going to post this video when I'm done. This is strictly to help, not that he needs it. He's got a lot of subscribers, so it's not like I'm helping him per se. I'm trying to help the people that I've met. I'm trying to help the people, anybody that's in the chat right now. That's it. I know people go to work and they throw on YouTube, you know, and they just put it on just for something to hear. Yeah, Nicola, if you get a chance, seriously, Untold Truth about why history was told to you in reverse. If you're not subscribed to Dane Calloway, please do. I want you to see this video too. It's called White People Acknowledge that African Americans are not from, I believe it says Africa. But you're going to get a chance to see Dane Calloway, okay? I don't know if he does lives or anything like that. I found his videos last night. And I went back and started listening to a couple of them, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to dive in and listen to instead of just listening to video after video, the ones that go in coalition with each other, I started listening to them. But this one right here, I listened to this one this morning, and it was interesting what's going on in the video, okay? But I like Dane in the very beginning of the video. You're going to get to hear him talk. Not that you haven't already. He's the one that was narrating the other video. He's a very humble person, and he's very knowledgeable, and you can tell it. You can tell the way that he's talking, that he knows what he's talking about, because when you can explain something very simple, it means that you understand the complexity of it. And I'm not doing this for any other reason but to pass on some information that I found. That's it.
Log on to patreon.com/Dane Calloway or paypal.me/Dane Calloway to support me, my channel, and my content. By demand, merchandise is now available at I'mJustHereToMakeYouThink.com. Okay, it looks like we're on now. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Now, today we're going to be doing something very different here. I'm going to be sharing answers with you to many of some of the same questions that I have received in my comment section, email, and even the inboxes that I receive, inbox messages that I receive in my Twitter and Instagram as well. And before I do so, allow me to humbly thank each and every one of you that has pledged monthly to me and my cause, and as well as donated to me and my cause as well, because all of your pledges and donations are immensely obliging and very much appreciated. Thank you so much. I'm going to be reading this off from my phone, and I'm probably going to be having the questions up right up on the screen so you can see them with me. And the first one says, are there any European Caucasian Americans acknowledging that what you say, Dane, is true, that so-called African Americans are the true indigenous aboriginals of America and not from Africa, and that the descendants of European Americans are the real immigrants and their ancestors are either from Europe or Africa? That is a very good question, a two-part question, but that is a very good question, and the answer is yes. There are Europeans acknowledging all of the information that I state is, true. There are many examples that I share. You might want to go back on my channel itself and just watch videos that you haven't watched. I strongly suggest the Untold Truth about who said that African Americans came from Africa. I believe that's the name of the video. And also watch the Untold Truth about the Negro Wall Street and the Untold Truth about the term black, both parts, part 1 and part 2, and many other documentaries that I have up right now. I just can't really remember the title of them right off. Let me quickly mention something here. Now, I do use the term African American in some of the titles of my videos to capture the attention of others that has absolutely no idea yet. Now, going back to this two-part question, I'm about to play a clip really quick of what you're going to see is a European male dressed as a cop in California. Now, what he's doing is reversing the role of deportation of immigrants here in this country. Now, this was done to draw attention to the real issue of immigration right here in North America, and to also shed light on who these lands actually belongs to, and to prove who the actual illegal immigrants in this country really are. Now, also watch closely, because this video also inadvertently shows you who are the real so-called Native Americans, or rather the indigenous Aboriginal Niji really are.
However, it's broadening the scope and targeting a different group of illegal aliens. We're going to go set up an immigration checkpoint at a spot where we have reports that they're known to congregate. We're going to go try and round up and deport as many of these folks as we can. Sir, you keep on coming through. You're good. Sir, you keep on coming through. You're good. You have your documentation showing that you can be here on Native American land? Yeah, would you mind sharing it with me? Well, this is originally Native American land that was taken by illegal European immigrants. So we are targeting illegal European immigrants today to make sure that they have documentation showing that they're allowed to be here. Well, we're going to have to deport folks back to Europe.
I'm not from Europe, though.
No. Where
I'm from South Africa.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'm not from Europe, though.
No. Where
I'm from South Africa.
Yeah, that's interesting. Sit down on the curb, please. Thank you. This is for the United States of America, ma'am, and so we're looking to see your documentation to show that you can be here on Native American land. Do you have something to show that you have a green card for being here on indigenous lands? As much as it's about laws, it's also an ecological project as well. The air has been poisoned, the rivers have been poisoned, the ocean's been poisoned, the forests have been decimated, and this area is just overpopulated. These folks have run rampant over this land at a time to fit out their numbers. You brought in a lot of diseases, smallpox, wiped out hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people died from the diseases that you all brought over, so just taking precautions. You folks are okay? Come on through. You folks are okay? Come on through. Your hand behind your back. Appreciate your cooperation. 3 white
illegal European immigrants have been detained. More of them keep coming. They keep breeding. I doubt we'll get rid of all of them. Ms. Durrett, this is from the U.S. government. We're looking for permission to be here on Native American lands.
Very well.
Yes.
I know.
You do not have that documentation?
No, but I have to catch a plane.
You are here illegally. I'm sorry. I wish your ancestors would have thought of that before they stole this land. We know they've come over here. The stories that they tell about finding a better life for themselves and their families, and religious persecution is really just an excuse to come and rape the land.
I felt discriminated upon. Yeah. All these other people can walk by, but since I'm white, I got stopped.
Made me feel pretty bad.
It's maybe the way you're dressed, your anything.
My skin color, how I looked. Tell I was European.
Kind of sucks, huh?
You are here as immigrants from Australia?
That's right, yeah.
Okay, well, I understand you all stole the land from the Aboriginals in Australia as well, is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so we're going to have to detain you guys as well. We'll send you back to Europe. You know, it's whether it's stealing the land in the Americas or stealing the land in Australia, Europeans, geez, what a brutal group of people. Slavery, genocide, bringing diseases with them, poisoning the rivers. Today's the first step. Step by step, we're trying to reverse things, turn it back around, get these folks back over to Europe.
Okay, and now that video says a lot. That video says a lot. So let me jump right into the second question here. And it says, Dane, are you tied or associated with any organization or religious purpose? No, the answer is absolutely not. I am not doing this for any religious purpose, nor am I tied to any organization or association. My goal is to make you cognizant of critically important information that is either hidden or generally not known to the public overall. I am not doing this for any religious purpose, nor am I tied to any organization or association. My goal is to make you cognizant of critically important information that is either hidden or generally not known to the public overall. So let's jump right into the next question. And it's so if we shouldn't call ourselves African Americans or Black, then what should we call ourselves? And that is a very good question.
Intuit Giants maximize your refund with the power of TurboTax and QuickBooks.
Then what should we call ourselves? And that is a very good question. All right, now if you take a look at my previous documentaries, I explained or shared rather detailed information as to the reason why you should not call yourself nor associate yourself with those dangerous terms. You are indigenous. You are indigenous to this land, not anywhere else. This land, Turtle Island, now known as North America. Indigenous meaning native, aboriginal, primordial, the first. You are the direct descendants of the aboriginal inhabitants of this land. See, you are an indigenous person, indigenous people, indigenous Niji. Niji meaning people. That is exactly who you are. Okay, all right, let me move on to the next question. It says, how can we take back our land? First thing we need to do is to make people aware of the truth. Okay? Then, and only then, we can take the necessary steps needed after that. And the next question is, how can you determine what tribe you are from? Very good question. You can do that through research. You have to do research, guys. You have to. I know a lot of people turn their nose up because they think that's a lot of hard work, and it's really not. It's really simple. The only problem is that you don't know where to go to get this information. All right, now, and of course, a lot of people will settle for the DNA, genealogy DNA testing, and that's not. That's fraudulent. Okay, I already put that information out there. That's fraudulent, guys. Straight up. That's not going to help you, okay? I put that out a couple of times already and proved it. Okay, and proved it. So what you want to do is do a genealogy background research by going through, creating your own paper trail, going document per document, birth certificates, death certificates, go back, keep starting from you and go back. And if you get stuck somewhere, I have a package, okay, that will assist you so you won't get stuck. It will tell you step by step where to go, how to get this information, okay, what you need to know, all right, how to associate your family with which tribe, how does that work? All of that information is there, even for people that are adopted. That information is there as well, because I had that a couple of times come my way early last year, so I made sure to include that inside of the package for those of you that have been adopted. Also, if you do the genealogy background on your family, and I mentioned this before, and you recognize that one of your ancestors were involved in the Civil War, okay, it's a strong possibility that they opened up a Freedmen's Bank account. Now, with the Freedmen's Bank account being open, that means that they probably put the majority of their money inside of that bank account. Now, Abraham Lincoln came out with a law stating that that money that's inside of each individual Freedmen's Bank account is owed to the freedmen, and it's also owed to the descendants of the freedmen. Now, I stated this, and you could go look at the Untold Truth about the Negro Wall Street, and I forgot which other documentary I broke it down again, but that is very important. All of that information is inside of that package, so you can know how to do that and what to do as far as once you discover that. Get what's owed to you guys. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say that you're going to get 40 acres and a mule and hundreds of millions of dollars and stuff like that. The only way that can happen is if all of us who are people...
Intuit Giants automate deductions and expenses to save you time.
The only way that can happen is if all of us who are people of color, okay, indigenous people, indigenous Niji of this land, are fully aware, fully cognizant of what happened to our people, what our real history is all about, okay? And then we can take the necessary steps, like I said earlier, to make other things happen, all right? Other doors will open, okay? Like I said, definitely it's owed to you, it's owed to your family. You have to do the genealogy background on your own. Do it. You can. Yes, you can do it. Don't tell yourself you can't. Don't turn your nose up. This information is out there. You can prove to yourself that you did not come from Africa and your ancestors did not come from Africa. I'm not saying that's the biggest thing, but the biggest thing is knowing what your family was. History, culture, heritage, all of that is owed to you. All of it, okay? So I'm going to cut this short right now, guys. I'm definitely going to be putting out more information concerning documentaries, maybe podcasts, maybe some more vlogs like this too. But yes, let me wrap this up here, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm Dane Calloway, and I'm just here to make you think.
Boy, and he does that. He does that. Like I said, he got me thinking. He got me thinking. Like I said, coming up, man, I can remember having so many questions about certain things and nobody could answer. And the answers I did get didn't make any sense. Like he said about indigenous people back then being promised stuff. Like their land got taken away from them, and then they were promised something, they got duped again. And then almost written right out of history. Well, not written out of history, but rewritten into history. That's crazy. It's crazy. And then you put that on top of things that are going on in the world. No wonder you got people acting a fool sometimes. No wonder you got people just out of control. No wonder. We blame it on our parent. We blame it on no parenting. We blame it on no respect. We blame it on no morals. We blame it on no God. We blame it on no religion. We blame. Are you not seeing it's designed? It's designed to make us do that, to not look at the bigger picture, to not understand why it was done. In that one video that I showed earlier of his, they had to make America a place that when people came here, it was ready to go. That's a deception. That's a straight deception. And I've said this before, man, the people that run this world like that are on such a level that I don't think we could even comprehend. We couldn't. We might think we can. We make them out to be like Darth Vader or something crazy, you know what I mean? We make them out to be these like superheroes and supervillains when in all reality they're just people. We think they have all this power and control, and they really don't. All they have are ideas that they put in motion, and then we take on whatever they want us to do. We do it. They don't even have to push us sometimes. All they got to do is nudge, maybe throw something out in front of us to start going in that direction, and we do the rest of it. We act like they have such control over us, and in a weird way they do. But in all reality, they have no control over us. None. We just give it to them. And he's right. You have to at least wake up. Once you wake up and you start going against the grain, do some research. Find people like him that did research. And then start researching, like he said, start researching the things that he just said. Or somebody else just said. I know I got a lot of research to do, but at the end of it, like he said also, most of our history was wrote by one person. I do remember hearing stuff about Indian religions and what tribes believe, and they talked about that turtle. When you take a map and you flip it upside down, wow, it changes everything. When you start realizing, do they lie to us about the size of countries due to importance? I don't know, there's a lot of speculation and stuff. How the world's not round, the world's flat. It's kind of funny, you can't fly over Antarctica. Find that interesting. Find that very interesting, because if the world was a ball, why couldn't you? Why couldn't you fly over it? But they redirect you. So nobody ever goes over top of Antarctica. Why? There's either something there they don't want anybody to see, or you can't. You just can't. Like I said before, I'm using YouTube to gain knowledge. To at least start to put together the puzzle we all call life. I'm trying to put my little pieces together. Because I know this ain't going to be here much longer. This whole freedom to do this whole freedom to just reach out and talk to other people and everything, this ain't going to last much longer. If people don't start, like, at least start to question certain things, you're never going to answer those questions that you have inside you. Like Japan attacking us to get into World War II. Why would we put all of our boats in a harbor that only one boat could go out at a time? Why would we do that? Why would we do that? It makes no sense to me. It's never made sense to me. When I asked the question in school, I would get basically the teachers, if they knew the answer, they definitely didn't want to answer me. And being that I don't think they knew the answer, they didn't want to deal with me. I was going against the grain. I was just asking a question. Sometimes the people that hold us back, we think they have the answers. They don't even have the answers. But because you're asking them a question that they haven't even thought of or they don't know, they're going to get mad at you. I know why we put those boats in that harbor. I know why we put it in there. I know why we did that. Because we wanted to get in that war. It's kind of funny, after we got into that war, we dropped that big old bomb, huh? And that's just at face value. I don't even know what really happened and why. Guarantee it wasn't what we were told. But like that one guy said in the video, you don't know if this is going to be your last day here. So while you're here, pass on the knowledge you have. If you see that you're doing something not right, stop doing it. It's easier said than done, huh? Really? Other people have done it. Other people have done it. Can't be that hard. I think sometimes we don't know what hard is. Some of us really know what hard is. Some of us don't. Everybody's heart is different. Everybody's struggle is different, but in their heads it's just the same. I really enjoy everybody out here. I really do. But I know the direction that I'm going. I don't know how many of you are going to stay with me. And that's fine. I've met so many people in my life, and I know for a fact I'm going to meet so many more. With a little bit of time that I do get to spend with people, I always try to just encourage them to pass on the knowledge that you have.
Do better.
Learn. That's the best thing you can do, is just learn. There's people in this world that would love to learn. They would love to, but they're in a situation where they're not going to learn. It's because it's not given to them. There's nothing to learn. Not in a positive light.
See, bullshit.
As most of you have heard me say before about the cobbler thing, because my dad was a cobbler, I'm a cobbler. Some people are still in that mindset today, right now, anywhere in the world, somebody is still under that mind trap.
Yep.
And something inside of them's telling them, we're not a cobbler.
It's learned behavior.
And because nobody else around them is doing anything different, they're not going to do anything different. It's till somebody just takes that step and goes, you know what? I want to be a cobbler. I'll be a cobbler for right now, but I don't want to do this forever.
I don't know what a vocabulary
And you
is.
start to venture out into worlds unknown.
We're gonna find out.
And you don't know what you can do. We've all done stuff that we look back and go, how did I do that? All of us. If you've never had that thought in your head, you ain't looking deeper, and you ain't looking that deep into your life then. I guarantee you'll find it.
I just asked Donnie what's a
We've all
cobbler
done it.
in his chat
It may
room.
not have been the same, but we've all done something, then looked back at it and went, I cannot believe I did that. I was able to do that.
Maybe so.
Sure, maybe you had the help of others and you had this, that, and it doesn't matter. You did it. You. Look, you could be the best basketball player
Hey, I'm about to Google it
in the world.
myself. Hold on,
Okay?
y'all. We'll find out.
Let me rephrase that. You could be taught by the best basketball coach in the world.
I'm looking.
You
right
could
now,
be
see Foster.
tutored by the best NBA players in the world.
Damn, I ain't wrong.
But if you don't throw that ball, none of it matter? None of it matters. Doesn't matter.
What's a cobbler?
You got to throw the ball.
I'm sleeping on
You
that.
got to make the basket. You've got to get the ball back. There's all kinds of things that you have to do.
One who mends shoes.
Most encouraging thing is to know that what you want to do, somebody else is probably already doing it. That right there should let you know that you can do it. That right there. If nothing else, just that right there should let you know that you can do it.
Yeah, that's what
You can do anything you put your mind to. And
this
that's not a
Wiki?
catchphrase. That's a reality.
whoever.
But some people don't even realize that. Some people don't even realize that. They look at the negatives around them. They don't even see the positives. I'm out here looking for positives.
Damn. You know, Donnie.
Sure, I get on YouTube and I caught up
Italian.
in some people's chats and I listen to them and everything, and
So
I don't know
his-
enough of the story to really get involved.
And his with his culture, that's probably what they was known for.
I listen to opinions and whatever is facts and
Like,
whatever makes
you
the
ain't
most
nothing
sense.
but
And
truck driver.
when it comes to personal
You ain't
people,
gonna be nothing but a shoe mender.
problems with people personally, I don't have any on here with anybody. Because I don't know anybody like that.
You ain't gonna be nothing but a mechanic.
But if two people want to beef at each other, I mean, to a degree, I'm going to listen. But then after that, I mean, I can go outside and listen to the kids
All
do
day
that.
long, see Foster. This is what we do. Or we gonna fact check everything.
I can start going to bars and start seeing that.
I'm gonna go right to.
I'm definitely not going to get on YouTube, which
appreciate
is
that.
something that
Because I was like, damn,
there's
what the
so
hell is
much.
a cobbler?
There's so many things on YouTube.
I had asked him in his chat, but I don't think he really paying attention to the chat right now. Thank God. For
Past
Google.
couple months, I've been riding with a lot of you people. A lot of people that came from this whole Kanika thing.
Right. No, it's more than that. If that's
All
what you
walks of
believe.
life, all everywhere,
And I think that's what he was saying.
slowly and slowly,
Like they put it in his brain, like, well, maybe I am just a damn.
we're all starting to fall off now.
You know what I'm saying? Like we can kill dreams.
A lot of friendships have been made. A lot of positive stuff has come from this.
He's true.
It's jump-started a lot of people's YouTube channels. It's established friendships. It's connected people that have basics in common. Some of the people that I've met are going to be friends till they die. And that's a beautiful thing. That's awesome. But in reality, the reason why we all came here, the reason why we all found each other 5-6 months ago, gone. It's gone. The whole premise, it's gone. You got people picking up the remains of a story. And a lot of people have nothing to do now. We got taken out of our lane. Our lives. I'm not even going to say lane. I'm going to say our life. We got taken away from our loved ones. People that were right next to us. What'd we do? We lost sleep over something. We lost sleep over somebody that none of us ever met. Let that sink in for a minute. I've heard, I don't know how many stories in my life. I don't know how many of them I actually have ever lost sleep over.
Yeah, I just got me like.
Over
me,
what?
Got me.
It was over the concept of something just not being right. And then as we all started to discover that it wasn't right, the divide happened. And then the storytellers came. And then the dividers came. And then the flaggers came. And now what? Now we have pockets of people getting ready to square off like this is the Warriors. Over what?
It's not funny.
Because this person said this and this person said that. None of that has to do with what we came here for. That's all a byproduct of us being here. Now, I'm not going to lie. It is hard to get away from it. Trust me. I've unfortunately had to back away from a lot of this because as much as I really want to be involved and I want to know what this is saying, well, who's saying this and that and the other, as much as I want to do all that, I'm not going to do all that.
Neither.
Because 5 months ago, I didn't know any of you people. Of anybody that was part of this whole Kanika thing, I didn't even know you. I go into chats because half the time I'm half listening to what the person that is doing the live is talking about. Because sometimes it doesn't have, I have no clue what they're talking about. No, I don't have any understanding, but hey, I know Nicola's in the chat and I'm going to talk to her. I know the real Kels is in the chat, or Kiara, or Lamar, or Sky's the Limit, or World, or Hebrew Jew, anybody. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's going on? We start having our own little conversations. Somebody says something in the chat, we start commenting on that. You know, I think of it as being like in school, like in the cafeteria. Everybody's talking at once. Well, guess what? School's almost over. School is almost over, kids. We're getting ready to go on summer vacation. Some of us are probably never going to talk to each other again. Some of us are going to end up ruining what we originally wanted to do on YouTube. Some of us are going to get ourselves into situations that they ain't going to like. Some of you are going to lose stuff. You're going to lose your jobs. You're going to lose your relationships. You're going to lose. And for what? Really, for what? I guarantee next year at this time, the majority of us aren't even going to remember this. I shouldn't say majority, but there's going to be a handful of people. Oh, yeah, I remember that, but they ain't going to really remember. Some of you, this is going to affect for the rest of your life because you're going to make a decision where you're going to say something that you shouldn't say. You're going to do something that you shouldn't do. And then you're going to pay for it. Over what? Over what? A clue game? Because that's pretty much what this was a clue game. It wasn't real. Some of us were Dr. Mustard or Mr. Gadget or whatever their characters' names were. Now it's turning into a sitcom, people making movies. Movie? You're making a movie about what? What are you making a movie about? It doesn't make any sense. None.
Oh, man.
I just hope that whatever anybody here does from here on out, understand what you're doing. Figure out, is it even worth your time to do whatever it is that you're doing at that time? Is it really worth looking somebody up on Facebook to find out if they know a certain person? If it's detrimental to you, sure. If it's to clear your name or something, to a degree, sure. But I can tell you right now, if somebody out there says I said something and I didn't say it, I'm not going to keep addressing it. If you don't put any food on my table and you don't pay any of my bills, I probably won't even care that you're saying it. Seriously. If I went after every person that said something about me, I would never have time to do anything. I'm not Superman. I do what I can with what I got. Is it the best? No. But I still get the job done. I'm kind of old school, you know. My word is my bond. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something, per se. If I say I'm going to do something with somebody, you know, they got to hold up an end of a bargain too, not just me. But if you see wrong, if you see somebody doing something wrong, you have two choices. You actually have three choices. You either partake in what they're doing, and you're doing something wrong too. You tell on them that they're doing something wrong, or you walk away. You walk away. It's one of those three things. And each one of them come with some kind of, something's going to happen. You're going to have to deal with whatever consequence that comes out of that. I'm going to tell you right now, if you got pride, it's going to get you in a lot of trouble too, because pride doesn't know when to stop. I've said it since I've been on here. I'm not looking for any problems with nobody. If I want to go to this person's live, and then I go over to this person's live and I get kicked out of it, I'm never coming back. You ain't got to worry about it. I'm not going to make a video about it. I'm never coming back.
Yeah, right.
If I reached out to you and you don't want to talk to me, then don't expect that in 3 weeks or 5 weeks down the road, when you see something going on and now you want to be part of it, that you're going to reach out to me and I'm going to be cool about it. No, you didn't know me then. You don't know me now. That's how that works. You want to purchase something from me? You want to commission me to do something? That's not what I'll take it. Yes. But when I say working with someone, that doesn't usually mean I'm getting paid to do something. That usually means like I'm willing to give up something for free if you're willing to help me in a certain area, or vice versa. If it's a charity, I'm not looking for money. I'm looking to help you out. I mean, it's insane. I can't give you $100, but I can paint something that's worth $100. Isn't that crazy? But like I said, or maybe I didn't say it. I took down all my videos. I took them all down because that's not the direction in which I want my channel to go. I don't want my computer hanging from the ceiling. I don't want a gray sheet in the background. I don't want everything to look like I'm in a dungeon. I don't want any of that stuff.
Oh man.
Thanks, Nicola.
Donnie go in. Donnie goes in.
Believe it or not, the picture I had last time and the picture I'm right there, those are like, it's so crazy. I was looking at it when I put it up there. Those pictures are 2 years apart. 2 years apart, and I have the same hat on and the same shirt. And the picture was not even, the two pictures, this picture right here is at the New York State Fair, and I'm hanging out with a friend of mine, and it was during the day. And the other picture I had when I had the cigarette in my mouth and I had my hands up in the air, that was at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning in my buddy's garage after I just got done airbrushing a demolition derby car. I was so beat and tired, and I got looking at the pictures and I'm like, oh my goodness, I have the same shirt on and the same hat. See, I got way off topic. Thanks, Nicole, because you have to have some kind of comedy thrown in or you lose your mind, you know? I don't want to get up here and swear and all that other stuff. I mean, I do that a lot, but I've noticed over the past couple months, I've completely changed on the way that I go about handling a situation now. And I can see it, and it has to do with these chats that I've been in. It has to do with I haven't really had any problems with anybody on here, but the situations that I can even think of, because of the way that I was able to word things, nothing, I mean, everybody's been cool to me, and I so appreciate that. But like I said, my channel, I took everything down because that's not how I wanted to go. It's in the right direction per se, but it's definitely not the way I want to do it. But am I glad that I got on here? Yeah, I'm so happy because I got to meet some pretty awesome people that I know I'm going to be hanging with for years. I know that to be true. But I don't want to get on here and talk about what I'm going to do this, and I want to. There's things, I got all kinds of things that are planned that I want to get on here and tell you guys all about. But you know what? Until it starts actually going in a direction where it's actually looking like it's going to happen, then I'll document all of it and I'll throw a video up here. So it's not a, hey guys, I got this great idea. Will you guys support me? It ain't going to be that. It'll be like, hey, check this out. Some of the people that I met and we got together, and from the support of this group of people, look what we were able to do. You see what I'm saying? It's the whole story right there. It's not a, if you give me the money, I'll make it. I seem to don't really have too much of a problem getting people to sponsor me if I need that. I don't even have to necessarily get out on public forums and ask for money. I don't even have to do that. People contact me personally and we work things out, and it goes from there. And that is a blessing, and I don't ever want to take advantage of that. But to just know that I have a support group there that will back me, that is so humbling in itself. And why is it there? Because I've never, ever, ever, ever asked for it unless it was needed. What's up, Ben? Just getting ready to jump off, and you came in here. I've been on for how long? You didn't come in right then. But again, I'm not keeping these videos up. If you haven't subscribed to me yet, please subscribe to me. If I get to 100 subs, I'll still give a shirt away. My point is the videos in which I had up there, the ones that I felt were important, got no views. Got no views. The things let's put it that way. The videos in which I was trying to do something didn't even matter. The ones where there was drama, oh, those were. I could have like skyrocketed, but I don't want drama. I don't want any drama.
He said I couldn't skyrocket.
I create enough drama as it is in my real life. I don't need to come on YouTube and create drama. I don't even mean to create drama in my life, but when I see something that is wrong and I bring it to people's attention, people get bent out of shape. I don't know I don't know. Maybe that is causing drama, but wrong is wrong and right is right. So, I mean, I'm still going to jump on here and I'm still going to do like lives like this. But unless you're in this chat room, unless you're on the live, you're not going to know what happened unless you taped it. Then I can't get struck down. My page can't get flagged because I have a video up there with somebody else's material. I'm passing on Dane Calloway's stuff because I want you to go support him. I want you to go sub to him. I want you to listen to him. How am I taking away from him? How am I taking away from him? Because I'm trying to get subs? There's like 4 people in here, 5 people. I have 66 people that sub to me. I'm not trying to get subs like that. What I'm trying to do is the few people that have subbed to me or the few people that have come over to listen, it's for you guys. As I find more and more stuff, there's a lot of stuff going on right now today in the world that's ass backwards. Okay? I'm not like a Trump supporter like that. Like I'm not like my house doesn't have like Trump on the outside of it or anything like that. Like I'm not like that, but can people just step back for a minute and just look at the reality of stuff? Like how can people call him a racist? He wasn't a racist 10 years ago. He wasn't even a racist 5 years ago. Now all of a sudden he's a racist? All these people hate him? They've always hated him? Really? Really? If they all hated him, then why do they all want to be around him? There's pictures of a majority of people that hate his guts now. There's pictures of them with him. I mean, is that really like, am I like blowing the whistle for the guy because I'm saying that? I mean, that's the truth, isn't it?
Hey, what up, though? What up, though? I'm at the crib. I'm doing a live right now. Yeah, I'm at the crib, though. All right. Yep.
You knew everything that was going on with that, right? So you're like, oh, I'm going to be quarterback. And people know who you were. You know what I'm saying? They hung out with you. You were at the gym with them and stuff. You were there all the time. Now all of a sudden, you want to play ball? Come on in here and play ball. And then all of a sudden, you throw one for the first down. they're kind of like, well, you got lucky. Then boom, you get up there and you do a fake play, give it to somebody else, they run up in there, boom, and all of a sudden you're down a little bit farther. That's what's happening right now. Somebody that wasn't even part of the team just jumped in and started doing stuff. People can't handle that. So they revert back to the old ways. Oh, you know, he's racist. Oh, he's sexist. Oh, he's this, that, and the other. Look at the presidents. None of them have power like that. None of them. I've always said, man, if both parties hate the person, we should probably pay attention to that person a little bit. If both parties hate him, like hate him, like it ain't a game, like back and forth, you know? Like they hate his guts, and he ain't too fond of them. But whatever. I mean, it's like George Soros said, Trump ain't nothing more than delaying the inevitable. That's all he's doing. He's just delaying it. We're going to fall. This country is going to fall. Whether anybody wants to believe it or not, it's going to. It's all part of the process. Do we have a chance? Yeah, but eventually something else is going to happen. They're just going to do it again because they're about the long term. Some people can't even do anything for 5 minutes. Then they got to change gears and go do something else. You're talking people putting in the things into play that's going to take generations. Generations. And you're telling me that they think like we do? Like they're out for our best interest? No. There's no way. Not when you think like that. Not when you think like that, you're not out for everybody's best interest. That's why I'm saying we have this internet right now. We have this freedom to do and kind of to a degree say whatever we want. We can pass knowledge left and right. We can look up stuff. You can look up something, and if you don't agree with it, then look up who's debunked it. How did they debunk it? Logic. Most times things come down to logic. I was showing my son the other day how you can tell something that's computer animated over realistic. You can tell. I can tell as soon as I see something, I can tell whether it is or it isn't. Maybe it's because I'm an artist and I see things differently than other people do. But there is a difference between a lot of things. I'm going to be back. Don't worry. I'll be back doing some more of this stuff. I'm not looking to get flagged. I'm not looking to upset people. I'm not looking for any of that stuff. Here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people that want to just open their mind up, listen to something that might be coming in from a different point of view, and then if any of it helps you, instill it into your life. If it doesn't help you, I don't know, file it in the back of your mind in case it ever needs to be brought up. If I'm wrong about something, point out that I'm wrong. Point it out. I learn just like everybody else does. I'm hard-headed just like a majority of people are. So you got to come at me with the reality of it, the facts of it, all that stuff. Yep. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Remember, Dane Calloway. Go like, subscribe, share. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. I'm sure it all has different satanic meanings and Illuminati this and that and everything. How about this one? If your life is so out of control that every day you and your significant other haven't really had time all year to just hang out with each other? That's what today should be about for you. Not about buying rings and necklaces and cars and candy and flowers and No. You know what it's about? It's about you and your loved one curling up with each other tonight. Talking to each other tonight.
Talk to him.
Hanging out with each other tonight. Courting each other like you did when you first met each other.
Old school.
You remember that? Remember whoever you're with? Remember that? Remember the first day you seen the person that you're with now? Remember?
I can't say that.
How they gave you them feelings inside. You couldn't wait to see them. You couldn't wait to talk to them. You remember them?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do that tonight. Do that tonight. Go back to that time. Bring it up. How you couldn't get enough of each other. What happened to that? Bring it back. The feelings were there. If they're not there anymore, you got a choice to make. That's the reality of that one. That's your personal choice. I say tonight, you grab your significant other, you make time for each other. Even if it's only a half hour, that's it. So what? At least you're talking, communicating, reminiscing, not fighting, not arguing over nonsense half the time. If it's over money, hey, here's the way I look at it. If you ain't got no money, bitching and complaining and getting pissed off, you still ain't going to have any money. So what good did that just do? Get your ass out there and hustle. It's about all you can do. Get mad at each other. The only time you should get mad at somebody is if they ain't hustling. If they ain't trying to do anything. That's about the only time you should get mad. But if you can't afford chocolates, listen, love ain't about money. I'll tell you right now, and then I'm out of here. I'll tell you right now, you ain't got no money? You ain't got no money, huh? You want to give something to your significant other? Take a piece of paper. Any piece of paper. I don't even care if it's a newspaper. Go get a crayon or a marker.
Yeah.
Take that piece of paper, fold it in half. Fold it in half. Make like a card. Yep, got that done? All right, now write something on the front of it like, I love you. Open it up. Boom.
Boom.
I even love you more over here, too. I love you more over here, too. Or I still love you. Or something. There you go. There's your Valentine's Day card. There it is. I'm going to tell you right now, you do that for somebody. You do that for somebody. You do that for your significant other. I'm going to tell you right now, if there's any guys listening, I'm going to tell you right now, your girl, she's going to keep that forever. Especially if you've never done anything like that before.
Talk to him, Donnie.
And girls, if you make one for your man, put something in there that he knows what you're talking about. Watch his face get all smiley. It's that simple. Let's start being real. Common sense. Seriously. Common sense works on a lot of stuff when you start applying it. You're telling me that your girl is going to think that you don't love her because you didn't get her a ring? Let me tell you something. If my wife said that to me, she wouldn't be my wife. She'd be my ex. Real quick. But my wife wouldn't say anything like that. You know why? Because I know her.
Man. I ain't mad at you, Donnie.
Just like I ain't going to get mad at her if I don't get something.
Hey.
My wife and I love each other every single day. We don't need one day to say it. We love each other every day.
That's where it's supposed
Even
to be.
when we're mad at each other.
Yes.
She taught me that. But I know there's probably a lot of stuff going on out on the streets.
That's right. We live.
I know everybody wants to get back out there and listen to them. Just like I said, don't fall into the trap. I know everybody's made relationships and friendships, and I get it. But just be careful what you're doing. That's all.
Ben? What's up,
Understand
Ben?
what you're
In the
doing.
building. Real love. You right.
Is it productive? Maybe it is. You want to get to the bottom of something. I get it. I understand. I don't want to get to the bottom of it because there is nothing to get to the bottom of. I don't want to keep going back and forth, and I don't want to keep being part of that. You know why? It's not productive. Like I said, I'll be back. Nicole, I want to thank you. I'm just going to give everybody a shout out. Like I said, it doesn't even really matter. Only to the people that came in here and supported me are the only ones that are. I'm deleting it. But I want to thank Kiara. I want to thank Sky, Hebrew Jew, World News, Chris Thorne Show, Amy. There's not many. Angel, The Real Cows, Sky's the Limit. I said Amy Lee. Lamar Brand, Jay Pitts.
Thanks, Donnie.
I don't know.
Big ups to Donnie. Donnie Dana.
I know there was one other person.
Check him out
I
on
said
Facebook
World,
too. He be going live on
Angel,
Facebook.
Sky, Hebrew.
Oh yeah.
I know there was
YouTube.
Tiny was in here.
It's much love, y'all.
Shania.
That's what it do.
I don't want to miss anybody. If I do, I apologize.
We let him know I'm signing out.
Glandam, No Fool. Bin Laden.
One love, chat.
Yep. Thank you to everybody. Thank you. If you've learned anything, if you haven't gotten with Dane Calloway, please go over and like and subscribe. If you've gotten any knowledge out of anything today, please just pass it on to somebody. Please. We got to do our part. We got to do our part, seriously.
I'm telling you. Big ups to Donnie Dana. I'm telling you. And we're going to keep it moving. I want to thank everybody down in the chat, my moderators. Thank the moderators for walking in the building. Lovely one just stepped up in the building. And we're going to get this right. I'm talking about we going to get this right, y'all. They had no choice. I'm telling you. It's such a beautiful day. Oh, we in Detroit, y'all. Oh, yeah. We in Detroit. And I want to say happy Valentine's Day, excuse me, to all the beautiful women in the chat. All the beautiful women that's listening all day long. And to all the beautiful women in the world. Oh, we're going to just take a little ride, y'all. And we're going to make it do what it do. I said it's hump day. To all the 9-to-5ers out there working hard. I'm telling you, I said to all the 9-to-5ers, oh, we're gonna kick it off like this. I'm telling you, it's Lamar Brand TV 2. Yes, we welcome you, yes, and you too. Hey. Real slow. My type. Will you call me tonight? And lay your head on my pillow like Tony. Prince Charming. Your shoes and shoes on, girl, and I'm waiting. All right, Lamar Brand TV 2. Lamar Brand TV 2. That's when I was in the booth. I'm telling you, ladies. I'm telling you. Yeah, that's me, Nicola. That was me. You can call me. I got a little talent. Baby, take my number down. That's my boy Terry Morton. You a pound. Okay, Ben. Thank you, Lee.
Love is blind. I want to tell you this one more time. I'm not just another fish that got hooked on my line. Take my number, take my number. And if you get lonely, you can call me, call me, call me, baby. Take my number, take my number. And if you get lonely, you can call me, call me, call me, baby.
I want to thank everyone for coming out to Lamar Brand TV. Oh, yes, I'm telling you. Such a beautiful day. Hump day. Oh, yeah. Valentine's Day. I'm telling you. So, put a smile on your face. I mean, smiles are free. Oh, yes, they are. Anything I can do to help you get through this day, I hope I can. I hope I will. I shall. I'm telling you. Oh, we all links to the chain, baby. I'm telling you. I mean, it's hashtag we building. It's hashtag we getting this money. It's hashtag we getting this information. It's hashtag no sleep because we stay woke. It's Mr. I'm telling you. Oh, such a beautiful thing. We're going to take a left turn. We're gonna go down here to Alabama. I'm telling you, we're gonna hit Alabama. And we're gonna give it to them straight like that. Happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies out there. We're gonna get some of this Lucci Fontaine in right quick. I had to get my live on early right quick because I'm gonna have a nice night tonight. I'm gonna kick back. I'm gonna do my thing. Yes. It's Mr. I'm telling you. And I'm telling you what it do. Ladies, you are wonderfully made. Yes.
Hope I'm on your mind as much as you on mine. Think about you all the time, like all the time. Shout out to your mama, cause you so fine. And if your love's a crime, I'll gladly do the time. I'm just gonna be honest, I've been falling. Driving way too fast without no caution.
This show called This Journey, and J2 called Dale and Dip, and they on YouTube, and they got like so many slaves, like I'm sure they made $95,000 a piece just on YouTube.
I'm gonna check them out. What it do, Jim Shoe? If you treat me right. Hey. Oh, it's a two-way street, baby. I love you. I need you to love me too. Romance. Oh, we gonna talk about it. Lucci.
Hope I'm on your mind as much as you on mine. Think about you all the time, like all the time. Yeah, shout out to your mama, cause you so fine. And if your love's a crime, I'm gladly do the time. I'm just gonna be honest, I've been falling. Driving way too fast without no caution. I hope that you catch me cause I'm falling. It's the kind of love that you get lost in. Honestly, I think I'm in love, baby, honestly. I think you the one, baby, honestly. Could you be the one, baby, honestly? Tell me honestly, baby. Straight up, I don't think that I could ever come to leave her. She been really down for me ever since we teamed up. We got that body and Clyde. If I pull that strap, she gon' ride. I love my chick, I love my chick, I love my chick, that's no lie. When she step out, she put on. She be so fly, she be flown. And when it comes to that pipe, she get to that back on her own. She gon' pull up the hills of the kicks. She call it regular shit. Even though she the top of the list, I still call her my bottom bitch. Hope I'm on your mind as much as you on mine. Think about you all the time, like all the time. Yeah, shout out to your mama, cause you so fine. And if your love's a crime, I'm glad you do the time. I'm just gonna be honest, I've been falling. Driving way too fast without no caution. I hope that you catch me cause I'm falling. Cause this the kind of love that you get lost in. Honestly, yeah, I think I'm in love, baby, honestly. I think you the one, baby, honestly. Could you be the one, baby, honestly? Tell me honestly, baby.
All day long. What it do, what it do, what it do. Oh, we still back at it, y'all. We still right here. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna walk right over here right quick, y'all. We're gonna walk right here right quick, y'all. I do not own any rights to this song. I gotta break this one down. I might not be able to play the whole thing, but we're gonna get it in just a little bit. Hold on. We're gonna have to turn the tables around. One time. I'm telling you. Hey, I feel so good. Hey, I just want to lift you up a little bit. I said I just want to lift you up a little bit through the course of this day. And we're gonna bring that beat back. Lamar Brand TV too. Bring that beat back. Hey, I'm telling you. Let's go. Get like me. Hey, Jim Shoe. Hey, what it do? I'm telling you. You go over here. Screw up a rose or two, you know. Maybe a dozen. Damn, y'all ain't gonna let Lamar Brand TV too. Let's go. So good. That was the R. Kelly feel. Ow. Come on, y'all. Ballroom with me. Right where you at. I'm with you. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. I'm telling you. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, what it do, chat? Oh, we still right there. We're just gonna go right here. And we're gonna do it just like this. I see you, Ben. Ooh. Ooh. Wait a minute. Oh, them chorus sound is so sweet. I gotta. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, I got to get this one, y'all. Big ups to Ben. I'm telling you, I said Lamar Brand TV2. Bring that back, cause them chorus so the day just keep getting sweeter and sweeter as the day go by. I'm telling you. And we're gonna keep it the movie, y'all. And we gotta do this one. We gonna have to do this one. This one for the, you know, I love my chat. I love my chat. I'm telling you. C Foster, what it do? Oh, you know what's good when you gotta let it play all the way out. That's what it do. Dedicated to C. Foster. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Much love to everybody down in the chat. To the listeners, the viewers. Much obliged. We thank you for being over here at Lamar Brand TV 2. There's no 2 days under the sun. That's the same. And there's never a dull moment at Lamar Brand TV. So I just want to show my gratitude to all the moderators, to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much. Yes, there are being some changes being made to Lamar Brand TV. Oh yes, we can talk about that later. Happy Valentine's Day to all the ones who are celebrating this day. It's about love. It's about romance. Like I said, if you get a chance, if you don't know how and where Valentine's Day originated, I encourage everyone to check the video I dropped, that I uploaded. And it explains exactly where it came from, and it's a little rabbit hole, but in a nutshell, you can find out where Valentine's Day came from, when it was created, and who made it and why they made it. I'm telling you. So Lamar Brand TV gonna always bring some informative news each day if I can. That is the plan. And I'm gonna bring it in my own way. I'm telling you. So I want to say thank you to everyone who subscribed to Lamar Brand TV and Lamar Brand TV 2. We're doing some good things. We steadily building each day, and trying to be innovative, and creative, and just create other avenues, because we got people coming behind us. Not only our children, it's other people that's doing things, and we are supposed to learn and pass it on, like Donnie said earlier. He had some good valid points over there, and I really enjoyed that live over there today. And for some reason, I thought, hey, why not share it? We're not concerned about getting views like that. We want people to tune in and be a part of it. But, come one who may. And like I said before, if one person can use the information that we all put out each day, even collectively, I think it's a job well done. I don't think we're going to save the world in one day. But if we all put our best foot forward and pretty much stay positive, I think we can show progress. So it starts with you, and it starts with me internally, and then it will spill out. And to show the type of person that you are and your character, what type of individual and what type of direction you are going in. All day long, even if you're not in a relationship, everybody needs some companionship. You know what I'm saying? So we in the chat right now. What did it do, chat? Let me get this over here right quick. What's the plans for today? Is anybody cooking? Who going out? We're gonna get through all of that first. I want to know what's going on with my chat. What y'all got planned for today? Any married couples in here? Is there any married couples in here? Is everybody single? Is you taking your boyfriend out? Is your boyfriend taking you out? You going out with your baby mama? You going out with your baby daddy? Picking up a prostitute? I'm just asking questions, that's all. We can get to me later, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see. All right, we got Ben cooking. C. Foster cooking. Come on, Ben. What's on the menu? C. Foster, what's on the menu? Y'all with me? We're just talking, y'all. We're just gonna kick it. Okay, not the hoes. No. I'm just saying. I mean, you might want to pick up a thought. Some thought might be looking for, you know what I'm saying? I'm just asking. Respectfully, I wasn't calling anybody a hoe in here or nothing. Or a prostitute, or a trick, or a John. I'm just asking questions. Big bro it down. Once responded, y'all be good. One love, bro. We just kicking it, man. We kicking it. We on this Valentine's Day thing. I'm just trying to see. We just kicking it, man. We got some informative news today. We played a little music. Can we just kick it for a minute? I'm telling you. At least I gotta get me some sleep. We way across the world, man. Big ups to Lee, doing his thing. If you have not subscribed to Lee, damn, subscribe to Lee. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. He say be good. That shit, trouble will find you sometimes. I'm telling you. No picking up hookers. Go mess around, get your car towed. You gonna go to jail, get your car towed. Your lady gonna be bad. Sweet potatoes, mac and cheese, green beans, and ribs. Ooh, you got a banger over there. See, Foster, you got a banger. Somebody gonna be happy. I'm telling you. I wanna know what everybody doing. Y'all just chilling, just kicking it. Sweet potatoes sound good. That mac and cheese that's my favorite. See, Foster, I'm telling you. What you gonna do, Donnie? You and the wife gonna hang out? Y'all gonna paint the town? Or y'all just gonna stay at home, watch some Netflix? Yeah, but you ain't said what you cooking, Ben. What you gonna do, Ben? What you gonna do, Ben? Cause I'm on some steak and baked potatoes. And a little salad on the side. Oh, all right, my bad. Okay, going to hang out with my son and just play. Then mom and I are going to have some alone time, watch a movie and cuddle. That's cool. That's what it do. That's what it do, Donnie. That's what it do. I'm telling you. True enough, smoke after that and sip. I'm telling you. You made me smoke right now. You did. Another one. Yeah, Valentine's Day. Like Donnie said a few good things over there. He said a few good things over there. Because, like I said in my video, it's going to be some breakups. It's going to be some breakups today. Bring out the candles and wine. I'm telling you, make it exclusive, Donnie. Make it exclusive. You could do it right at home, too. It don't take a whole bunch of money to put a smile on your lady face. More like chips and beer. Yeah, after y'all had that dinner, buddy. When y'all had that dinner, then you can eat all the chips and drink all the beer you want. No, but I'm saying, like, it's some women out here, if they don't get what they think they deserve or they want, they gonna get a man holy hell. I mean, literally. I'm gonna take y'all with me. Walk with me. We going somewhere. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, it's gonna go down today. Don't think it up. What up, Mimi? Don't think it ain't. Nephew. Don't think it ain't. I'm trying to tell you. Hell yeah. You say you got something in the doghouse right now. What you mean? What you say, C. Foster? My wife's beer is so cold. It's like I got something in the dark. Wait a minute. Let me catch up. Yeah, that beer gotta be cold. These holidays, I will make them always remember that. All day long. Hold on, so this is a holiday. You said this is a holiday? I didn't think it was no holiday. The mountains are supposed to be blue, not purple. I'm telling you. I don't understand how the men can put so much into Valentine's Day. Then when Sweetest Day come, I thought Sweetest Day was for us, for the men. Oops. All right, we ain't gonna spoil Valentine's Day like that. One love kills. I'm telling you. Some people think love is what you buy. Like, oh, he loved me so much. He bought me this. He bought me that. So once I run out that money, I ain't gonna love you no more, huh? Maybe not a holiday, but more of a day of recognition. Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm gonna let everybody watch the video, though, that I put up. I should have did it today. But I said, no, I'm going to drop it. I'm going to go ahead and drop it because I felt like it. I said, go and do it today and you already have it in the bank. All day long. The secret Valentine's Day crush. Wow. Does anybody have a secret crush? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Love is not something you should or can buy. That is called lust. All day long. I think people get it misunderstood. That's why they say beauty is only skin deep. Because a lot of people big on looks. But I have run into a few females, a few women that felt like I don't be tripping on looks. They don't be tripping on looks. They be wanting somebody they can talk to. So it has been misunderstood. The word love to me be thrown around a little too much. Oh, you can all day long. All day long. All day long. But you really know if you love a person. Once you start living with them, if you can't put up with their shit, you gotta be able to put up with their shit, man. I'm telling you. That shit was stuff. Excuse me. I mean, do I gotta cheat on you for you to, and then get right, then you say you love me? I mean, I thought I shouldn't cheat on you because I love you. She say, hey, boo-boo, what do you do? How about a picnic basket? That's why we have so many breakups. Because people think they in love. They only in lust. And their motive is because of what they got. I'm big on that though. If you ain't with me while I'm down, don't think you're gonna be with me while I'm up. You ain't gonna love me the same. And even if I did have it like that, I wouldn't even put it out there like that. It's so hard to choose and tell. You don't know who wants you or why they want you. But love does. Love just don't say I love you. You don't even have to say I love you. It's good to hear that, I know. But you show love. You show love. And you get love back. I'm just saying, when you help somebody because you love them, when you help them, you don't say, I'm helping you because I love you. You go and give them a hand. Or you help them out. This is my theory, though. It just don't mean a pile of beans. I think we got it misunderstood. A big part of it. It's not about stuff. It's not about sex. The person that you are inside is going to predicate your actions to whom you are dealing with. Hell, a dog don't want to be alone. I sure don't either. I know I ain't gonna be no lonely old fart. Yeah, true. Somebody on a hangout. Who is that? I gotta call you back because I can't even see who it is. But nevertheless, yeah, it is. It's a little bit about sex. You gotta add that in the factor too. But see, either you're doing it too much or you're not doing it enough. So both parties gotta be, on the same page. You gotta balance all that stuff out. I know you ain't talking. Your phone was going crazy on your live. Your phone was going bananas. Don't be hating, Donnie. I'll tell you. What, your battery was dead? Was your battery low or was those alerts? Notifications. Your stuff kept going off. I kept looking over there. I kept looking over there like, oh, that's not my phone. That's Donnie's. Oops, my bad. Let me charge that thing up. Oh, it's a beautiful thing, y'all. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. No, but it's either too much, you having too much, or not enough. It's all right, man. It's all right. I think we got the message. No. Let's get back. Let's get back over here right quick, Jim Shoot. Don't leave me, man. Don't leave me. We going somewhere. It's either too much sex or it's not enough. So like I say, we gotta balance. It gotta balance. I never been married, but I have been in an 8-year relationship. Right. One of the best girlfriends I ever had. True. All right. However, it was either too much. It wasn't never not enough. But there wasn't a balance. But see, I learned. I was, I was in my 20s, my early 20s. I was in my early 20s then. So I had to learn how to balance. Now the next go round, okay, let me get to the chat. You can never have too much sex. It's more when she wants to, real talk. Cause I will do it every day. I know. You married. I'm talking about not married. I'm talking not being married or married. It's either it's I think it's the same either way it goes. Sex is sex. Damn it. It got to be a balance. So maybe the focus was on more sex than something else. So now we're talking about priority. But in a relationship, it gotta be even. I would like for it to be even. Like I want you when you want me, and vice versa. All day long. Because we still haven't got to the finances yet. You know what I'm saying? All within this in a relationship. Yeah. All within the relationship. I mean, like Al Green said. What Al Green say? Love will make you do wrong and make you do right. How can love make you do wrong? He said, make you come home early, make you stay out all night long. Wow. I'm telling you. I mean, love, there is no amount. However, you like the cliche. You love a person so much that, or I'll just say the saying, you love a person so much that you let them go. I believe that you love yourself enough that much that you let them go. I'm gonna love myself to love you from a distance. You go your way, and I go my way. Instead of bickering in the background, now we got domestic problems. Some of it is a learned behavior. Thinking that love is physical. No. No. Let's not get it misunderstood. Love isn't physical. Now, this is me talking. This is how I feel about the situation. I have my own opinion. Respectfully. All day, Donnie. Respectfully. 4:00. I gotta be up in 15. I did not realize it was 4:00, y'all. So let's just remember, today is what they call Valentine's Day. A day for romance, showing love, spreading love. I don't feel that you should go broke on it. But if you're going to do something, I feel like you should put some thought into it. However, love your loved ones. Not just on Valentine's Day, like every day. It don't hurt. It's so simple now that you can send a text. Even if you don't want to say I love you and you got love for somebody, you can just check on them and say, hey, what it do? You know, just call it to check on you, Jim Shoe. Or whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm just going to say it in my own little way. Sun is shining bright in my city. I want to get some air. I'm going to get some air. I'm going to see my little one. Yes, then we'll come back. I'm going to make some steak and baked potatoes and some salad and throw on some Netflix. I'm definitely going to jump into the YouTube streets. Oh, yes, I am. However, I will proceed with caution. I'm telling you, I want to say big ups to everybody that came over here to Lamar Brand TV. I'm talking about Donnie Dana. I'm talking about Elaine Smart 215. What it do? Bin Laden came through. The Real Kills is in the building. I'm telling you. C. Foster, Detroit, we back. Oh yes, Sky's the Limit came through this mofo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Lovely One came through this piece. Oh yes, she did. World News 4 came through. I said Lee came through. Oh yes, he did. Blessed his Jim Shoe. Yes, sir. I want to thank everybody who hit that like button on their way in. I'm telling you. And if you didn't, hit it on your way out. The Equalizer came through. I'm telling you, Nicola came through and blessed her Jim Shoe. I'm telling you, Shoestring, we in the building. Oh yeah. Just to name a few. Cynthia Simpson came through this piece. Oh yes, she did. Oh yes, she did. I want everybody to enjoy the rest of their day. You know what? If you don't have nothing good to say, and it ain't even worth saying it. And if you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, don't drink. And if you're going to drink responsibly. I think I seen Kiera came through here. Yes, she did. Detroit, we back. I seen Myron come through this mofo. Oh, yes. Jay Pitts came through. Oh, yes. Jennifer Pitts came through. Yes, the Pitts family came through and blessed their nephew. I'm telling you. And we gonna keep it to moving, y'all. Y'all know how I get down every time. It ain't gonna call. And they still calling. I'm telling you, it ain't nothing but love. It ain't nothing but love. One love to the chat, y'all. If you ain't gonna love yourself, you ain't gonna love nobody else. We're gonna hold it down with the 4 pound. Thank you, and you, for coming over to Lamar Brand TV. That's right. 2, I'm telling you, if you have not subscribed to Lamar Brand TV 2, subscribe to Lamar Brand TV 2. I'm telling you, 2 up, 2 down, and I'm out.